Houston. We're at NRG Stadium, home of the Houston Texans, where once again we'll have the class of 2019 Blue-Gray All-American Bowl. It's a matchup of Team Lone Star, a group made up of players from the state of Texas, against Team 49 from the rest of the Union. Welcome downstairs. We're on the field level here at NRG Stadium. I'm Ryan Castle, pleased to be joined by 6-year NFL veteran Quinn Gray Sr. And Quinn, good to be with you once again. This should be a good matchup here and a cool concept for the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl here in Houston.
Always a great matchup, especially with the Lone Star State going up against the other 49 states in the U.S., so it should be fun.
Yeah, we'll see who gets bragging rights today, either Team Texas, Team Lone Star, or Team 49. And when you look at Team Texas, they're going to be led by that big offensive line, none bigger than number 56, Layden Robinson. Robinson is a Texas A&M signee, going to play for Jimbo Fisher next year, and he is really going to lead the way up front for Sean Salisbury's team.
Well, going to Jimbo's team, Jimbo's always been known for having some outstanding offensive line play in his program. So he's going to a great coach that loves to run the football, and he's going to do a great job once he gets there.
And then on the other side for Team Lone Star, their head coach, George Martinez, he's got 3 really capable signal callers at quarterback, and Malik Richardson is going to lead that bunch. He's a Western Carolina signee.
Yeah, Western Carolina likes to throw the ball up and down the field a little bit, so he's going to a program where he'll be able to show his talents pretty well.
Should be a great matchup. We're glad you joined us. We'll be back to NRG Stadium for the kickoff when you come back.
Okay. When do we want to go downstairs to Mercedes? I don't know when he can hear me or not. Who's north?
George.
There's no north. Welcome back to NRG Stadium. Ryan Castle, Quinn Gray Sr. as we get you ready for the start of the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl. Here at the home of the Houston Texans, a great format in this Blue-Gray All-American Bowl as we have Team Lone Star, a group made up of players here from the state of Texas, playing Team 49, who is going to be coached today by George Martinez, former NFL assistant with the Raiders and Cardinals. He just finished up his 41st year as a head football coach or assistant, and he's got a great group of assistants with him as well, Quinn.
No problem, no doubt. He definitely has the pedigree of a great coach, and he's been doing it a very long time. And today he's going to put his talents to work with the young men on his sideline, and we look forward to him getting it done.
And Sean Salisbury will be the head coach of Team Lone Star, former quarterback at the University of Southern California, longtime NFL veteran and TV personality, movie personality as well. And he was a great addition to the Blue-Gray staff here this week. The Team Lone Star won the toss. They deferred their option to the second half, and so they will kick off to Team 49 in the blue jerseys, and out comes the return across the 20. Up to about the 24-yard line, and that's where we'll see Team 49 start with the ball first.
Last night we got this game underway really with the two teams having the banquet, and we look forward to the competition today because they had a great time at the banquet last night.
So you take a look at Team 49, made up of players from the rest of the 49 states. And Jesse Forknell will start as their quarterback from Fargo Davies, North Dakota. He is a Minnesota State signee, and he'll hand it off on first down with the carry. Zaire Seabrooks with a burst across the 25, out across the 30, going to be knocked out of bounds very close to a first down for Team 49.
Team 49 seems like they have a little bit of motivation today because Obviously, the Texas team has been put together full of nothing but Texas players, and they feel like the state of Texas is where football's invented. So Team 49 has a little chip on his shoulder today, so I'm sure they'll have some fun trying to get after these guys.
Yeah, you're right, Quinn. There was a lot of talk in the couple of days leading up to this game, not just between the coaches and the players, but felt like everybody surrounding blue-gray football. And Seabrooks is going to get the carry again behind right guard, and he spins across the 40, has a gain of another 8 yards up to the 42-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Zaire Seabrooks on the carry from Bethlehem Catholic High School in Pennsylvania. And he is a good-looking running back at 5'9", 190 pounds.
Well, when we were at practice yesterday, you and I both noticed the size of the O-line for Team 49 and the way that they were practicing. We said, hey, if they can get some things going early, man, they may have a shot at getting this thing done.
We're going to go 2 receivers to the right. That's to the top of your screen with Fortnell in the pistol. And for the 3rd straight play, they'll hand off right at the marker. Seabrooks with another carry. And that will be good enough to move the chains. A 1st down for the Team 49 team in the blue jerseys. This is the first possession of the game as we're just underway at NRG Stadium. Quinn, you spent an offseason here in Houston as a member of the Texans. What do you remember from your time with this organization?
Well, Coach Gary Kubiak was a great offensive mind, and I had a great time here with the Texans. Jacoby Jones, Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson. Had a real good time while I was here and learning the game of football during my professional career. So Houston has always a little small part of my heart.
Fortnell will go to the air for the first time. A completed pass right around the hash mark. And Dustin Sweet with the catch from Mill Valley High School in Kansas, 6'2", 183. And Sweet gets the ball up to the 49-yard line. So the Team 49 doing a nice job of moving the ball here early. They've kept it primarily on the ground. Fortnell with his first completion of the ball game.
Well, with the weather the way it is up north, Coach Harris couldn't make it down, being snowed in up there. So Rodney Beasley has taken over as offensive coordinator for this week, and he's done a great job of getting these kids to get themselves together for the 2 days that they were able to practice, and looks like he's done a good job of getting them going.
And Aaron Smith is going to get the carry for Team 49 from Archbishop Mitty High School out in California. He's got looks right now from the University of Cal, Rice, and UNLV, among others. And he gets the ball up to the 50 for a gain of 1. So a big 3rd down here for Team 49. On their first possession of the game, they need to get 4 yards to get the 1st down. It's 3rd down and 4 to go.
You have a great selection of running backs here in this game. These guys have a lot of colleges looking at them, and have a great deal of college coaches watching this game today to make sure that their guys are able to get it done against some quality competition.
And here's a nice effort on the carry. I believe it was Smith again who looked to be stopped short of a 1st down, but on second effort is able to get to the 46-yard line. That is enough for a 1st down. Seabrooks actually it was on that carry. And so he'll get the 1st down for Team 49. Just real quick, we want to remind you, if you're new to the blue-gray football experience, one unique aspect of this game is that Gus Bell, the founder and CEO, makes the decision to put 16 minutes on each quarter. And that's just a way to get the players more reps, more opportunities to show what they can do in front of a college audience. And so that's why you see the 16 minutes up there to start this first quarter. Fortnell back to throw, and will now move off to his left with nobody open downfield. He's going to take a sack. Back at around midfield, there to make the hit was Isaiah Harvey from Midland Lee High School, one of the storied programs here in the state of Texas out west. Harvey got the hit, and Fortnell will lose 4 yards.
One of the things that we talk about all the time in these games is quarterback play, and that's going to be very important for these teams as they go and try to win this game today. Quarterback there held on the ball a little too long when he had the opportunity to get rid of it, throw it out of bounds, because we are playing college rules today, and he had the opportunity once he got out of the pocket to get rid of it. So he has to do a better job of not taking that loss on that play.
Fortnell in the gun with 2 running backs, a fumble on the play, loose ball, and Fortnell able to recover it. Heads up play by the quarterback as there was some miscommunication at the mesh point there. And Team 49 lucky to retain possession. Great athletic play by Fortnell to jump on the loose ball.
Nah, no doubt. 2 days of practice, you're going to have some miscues here and there, but good job by the quarterback getting right back on that ball after the mishandled snap.
So what was a promising drive here for Team 49 has stalled out a little bit, and now they'll have 3rd down and about 20 to go.
A different look for us in this game with a 3-down front by the Texas team. Typically in these games, you have a 4-down front with 2-3 linebackers in the game and 4 DBs, but a different look by the Texas team. Maybe they play by some different rules.
That's a completed pass to Aaron Smith over here on the near sideline, but it's going to be well short of a 1st down, brought down at the 48-yard line. And so that means that Team 49 will punt. Their punter is William Hutchinson. He's from Barrington, Illinois. And back deep to return for Team Lone Star will be Shea Whiting, 6'3" receiver. And he is headed to Boise State out of Alief Taylor High School here in Texas. High spiraling punt, fair catch. No, this is not a fair catch. Here comes the return up the numbers across the 15 and brought down at about the 16-yard line. Good coverage there by Team 49. Modest return for Shea Whiting of Team Lone Star, and now we get a chance to see this offense for Sean Salisbury. When we come back, they'll have the ball starting at their own 17-yard line here in Houston.
Earlier, I was able to hear you earlier. Like when
yeah, I could hear fine earlier. I can't hear anything now. Yeah, test. Testing. Yeah, for sure. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I hit talk back, okay, yeah, testing. Mic test. What about this other button up here that's on red? Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says mic on, off, test.
That's your cough button.
Huh?
That's your cough button to press if you got
I
cough.
got you.
That's my guess.
Which quarterback is in? Can you tell? Still nothing in my headset. Well, maybe I heard a. Okay.
Is that another roster over there?
Back at NRG Stadium, it'll be Team Lone Star on offense for the first time in the game, and Zach Daniel will lead them at quarterback. He's got DeAndre Glass to his right in the backfield. They'll throw on 1st down. A screen to the left is incomplete, as they were looking for Shea Whiting on a little screen play, and it will be 2nd and 10.
Sean Salisbury is a quarterback. You know, he's probably going to come out of the game. So look for the Team Texas to have some very, very special plays going on today, as we saw in practice yesterday.
Yeah, they're going to stack up 2 receivers here on the near side. Daniel in the gun on 2nd down and 10. And they'll give it to DeAndre Glass for the first time in the game, the all-time leading rusher at Katy High School. The Katy Tigers have won 8 state championships. That is tied for the most in the history of the state of Texas, and nobody has run for more yards in their time as a running back at Katy High School than DeAndre Glass. We're going to see him at halftime. He's going to make his announcement of where he'll play college football, but Quinn, you take a look at the list. Oklahoma State, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Miami, Michigan. It's clear this guy is a very good talent.
He is the real deal, man, as we saw in practice. And to be the all-time leading rusher.
Okay, here's a big play. Sorry about that, Quinn. Into Team 49 territory, but I think it's going to come back. There is a holding penalty back at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, just to continue what we were talking about when we were talking about Glass. He's a special talent, man. To be the all-time leading rusher coming out of Katy High School in the great state of Texas, that is absolutely huge to be that guy that owns that record here in the state of Texas and at Katy High School.
And that was Layden Robinson, the Texas A&M commit that we highlighted for you at the top of the telecast, who was called for the holding. And that is going to wipe off what was a big completion down the far sideline to Shea Whiting, whose name we've called already several times today. And that huge penalty is going to back Team Lone Star basically in the shadow of their own goalpost here. They're going to be scrimmaging from the 6-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the ball's on the 17-yard line, that should be a half the distance play, half the distance penalty when it comes down to it. So they should be on maybe the 8.5.
Yeah, it looks like they moved it up a little. 3rd down and 18. Slant across the middle, incomplete. Looking for Whiting again. He has been by far the most popular target for Zach Daniel, the quarterback, and Team Lone Star will go 3 and out on its first possession. A big holding penalty wipes off a big completion that would have gotten them into Team 49 territory, but instead it'll be Trey Lucashe coming on to punt.
Penalties are going to be a big thing today, so both teams need to make sure or try to make sure that they keep penalties down to a minimum. Looks like Team 49 is going to get some great field position here when the offense returns to the field.
You know, one thing that we always want to keep in mind in games like this, there were 2 practices of 3 hours of length each. That's not a lot of practice time to get all of your plays installed and then also to basically just work on the things that you would typically work on. And so we're going to see some discombobulation, I would imagine, early between both teams. Delay of game penalty is going to move Team Lone Star even further back. And so Lucashe will be standing only a couple of feet from the end line as he takes this snap and gets ready to punt. Team 49 hoping to get some good field position.
I think they'll get a little good field position because that punter guy has to get that ball out of there fairly quick.
Yeah, he bobbled the snap, able to elude the rush and gets away a nice punt. And here comes the return from Team 49, turning left 40. He's at the 30 and finally brung down. Nate Hancock on the return. That was about a 45-yard punt from Lucashe, but the return by Hancock gets it back to about the 23-yard line, and this is great starting field position for Coach George Martinez and Team 49.
Great return by that young man. He took the ball, caught it clean, as we didn't see them do yesterday in practice. So good job by him fielding that ball and not giving away that that unnecessary yardage that you find in football.
We mentioned Rod Beasley, who is an NFL veteran trainer with the Carolina Panthers. He's the offensive coordinator today for Team 49, and I liked what he had going on offense on their first drive. Let's see what they can do here. They'll hand off on 1st down. Patrick Lodeholtz from Parsons High School in Kansas takes it up the middle for a couple. And they have a new quarterback in, Carson Berryhill, who will call the shots as the QB. Tuttle High School out of Oklahoma, so not quite as far of a traveling situation for him and his family. But we've got guys from all over the place here on Team 49 today, from as far away as Hawaii.
Rod Beasley is a blue-gray vet, so it doesn't surprise me that he was able to step right in and get these kids ready to play for this game this weekend. So
Berryhill will go back to throw out to the left, and a completed pass inside the 20 as the ball is caught by Julian Alcott from San Marin High School in California. 3rd down and medium coming up for Team 49. They're well within field goal range for Angelo Gigliamello if they cannot convert this 3rd down.
Simple slant flat concept there with teams playing cover 3 there down here in the red zone. Slant flat concept is a very good concept to throw against cover 3. You read that curl flat defender and throw where he's not. Great job reading that by the quarterback there.
Berryhill with the snap. They're going to run option to the right. Here's the pitch, and Zaire Seabrook's trying to get the corner, and he does, and has a 1st down for Team 49 as he got to the 12-yard line. Seabrooks has really impressed me so far. Another opportunity there, and he moves the chains for Team 49. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Great call by Rodney there on that fake zone option there. Seabrooks is a very, very capable back who's done a great job so far of putting his team on his back running that football. Offensive line is really showing up here against Team Texas.
Team 49 has dominated the time of possession as we're more than halfway through this first quarter now. Berryhill will hand off, and coming behind the right guard is the running back Traylon Gross, Phillipsburg High School in Kansas. Gain of 2, and it'll be second down.
Phillipsburg's a long, not too far from here, right in Kansas. They play some good football in Kansas, so I think today against this Texas team that think, the state of Texas runs football, we got some kids on that 49 team that really want to do a good job of showing that they play some good football elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't think it's any mystery that people in Texas believe that high school football was invented here, and there have been books and movies and television shows about the sport, but I think that's put a chip on the shoulder of some of these Team 49 players. Here's a handoff once again. Patrick Lodholtz trying to sweep around the right end and is going to gain only 2 to about the 8-yard line. So here comes third down and a 4-point play for Team 49 as they are well within field goal range. They can get a first down if they get the ball down to the 2.
Rodney Beasley dialed up the power play there. Just one of those cases when the running back didn't give the guard a chance to get on around there, because I think if he was a little bit more patient, that guard getting around, pulling around to that B gap would have allowed him to get up in there and maybe get more yards, but he decided to take it outside where there really was nothing there.
Slot left on third down and about 6. Berryhill looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. He steps up, will try to run for it, and he's going to be brought down short of a first down, tackled at the 6-yard line.
Good job by him just getting what he could get and getting positive yards and not taking a sack there. I think Team 49 should put a foot in it and get three points, but it looks like they're going to go for it here on fourth down, being the underdog here in Texas.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. They like what they've seen out of their running back so far. Zaire Seabrooks is going to be in the lineup here. And George Martinez and his coaching staff is down there trying to pump everybody up before a 4th down and 4. They need to get to the 2.5-yard line to keep the drive going.
They need to get going for that play clock catches him.
Berryhill out of the gun will fake the handoff. He keeps it himself, and he didn't get there. Wrapped up short of a first down. And so Team 49 is not able to cash in the great field position. And they wind up with 0 points on the board. Bit of an interesting decision for Coach Martinez here early in the game. And unfortunately, it does not pay off.
No question. We got to make sure we keep track of that, because that may become a deciding factor in this game, not taking points there and going for it on fourth down early in late in the first quarter, but early in this game. Typically, you want to take points there to give you guys some confidence and have some points on the board. And now the good thing about it, your defense has their offense backed up and in some bad field position. So we'll see what they can get done here.
Yeah, Team Lone Star is going to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They haven't had it across the 20 yet. And in at quarterback will be TJ Goodwin. And he's going to hand off on first down right up the middle. Huge hole. Garrison Johnson with his first carry of the game. Class of 2019 running back from Manville, Texas. And he gets up to the 14-yard line.
Looks like they were in an unbalanced formation with all 3 receivers on this side of the field. Won't talk about that, but let's play football.
Well, Garrison Johnson, a lot of talk has been made about DeAndre Glass, and certainly that's well-deserved. But Garrison Johnson, a great running back in his own right from Manville. And he's in the backfield right now with TJ Goodwin, who turns and gives him the ball. And coming right up the middle, he'll cross the 15-yard line and get up to about the 17 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, Garrison Johnson on his way to University of Houston, which is right down the street from here. He's going to a very explosive offense, and he'll be a great addition to that school there.
I know that was one of the several schools that was looking at him. Manville, of course, is another great program here in Texas. They were in this state title game last year against Highland Park. Layden Robinson was on that team. He's here for Team Lone Star as well, playing left tackle. Goodwin with a snap, play fake, back to throw. Time, and now will roll the pocket to his left, looking to run himself. and he'll get the corner. He's at the 20 and has a first down as he walks out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Good vision there from Goodwin. Nobody open downfield, so he just runs it himself for a first.
No question. Good job by him pulling the ball down and getting positive yards and getting the first down there. Looks like we got a 49 kid down on the sideline over there.
So a stoppage in play here. Take a look at one of the players for Team 49. He appears to perhaps be okay. We'll have to take a look. And right now, let's say hello for the first time to the third member of our broadcast team, Mercedes Owens.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Michael McNicholas, and you have big plans coming up. I want to talk about those first before we go back to those first two drives. Where are you headed in the fall?
Right now, I'm committed to Kent State University in Ohio.
And what made your decision there?
The decision really was just I really clicked with the coaches. It's a new coaching staff this year, and they're very eager to get Kent back to where it used to be.
So when you talk about this blue-gray football experience, is this the last time you're going to get to play football before you head to Kent State? And what are you looking to take away from it?
Right now, I'm just trying to really just enjoy it and really soak it in. Even at Kent, I'm playing center, so I'm here. I'm playing guard. So right now, I'm just trying to enjoy every moment.
They like to keep things interesting, that's for sure. Have you had any laughs out there?
Yeah, me and the other O-linemen, we really set it off. They're all really good guys, and so we're just kind of messing each other here and there, and be like we're poking the jab or something. It's really fun.
Well, first two drives, almost made it into the end zone. What's the game plan? What did Coach say before you got out there?
Right now, we're really trying to establish our run game, so then we can get to our pass game.
Well, good luck. We'll see how it goes. It's early. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mercedes. Second down and 10 here for Team Lone Star. Goodwin with a play fake and back to throw. Pressure off his backside. He'll have to roll to his right. Throws it out complete. And staying in bounds is Parker Alford with the catch across the 30. We'll have to wait and see what the penalty flag is back in the backfield here against Team Lone Star.
Just going back to Michael McNicholas, I had an opportunity to sit down and talk with his family a little bit last night in the hotel after the banquet. His mom is absolutely ecstatic about the coaching staff up there at Kent State and the joy that she had on their visit and all that good stuff. So Kent State is obviously doing some great things up there with their recruiting. They're getting an absolutely phenomenal young man. He's a wrestler as well. And the last 2 years has been in the state championship for wrestling. So great young man, both on the offensive line going to Kent State, and just a great student athlete for his high school there in Illinois.
Yeah, he's got a great build for an offensive lineman, 6'4", 315. And the Golden Flashes are going to be getting a good one. Goodwin will throw here across the middle on a slant, and the ball is caught across the 25-yard line up at the 26 with the catch. I believe it was Brandon Smith. And it's going to set up third down and 9 after the penalty that went against Team Lone Star. This is the furthest they've been out from the shadow of their own end. A third down and 9 coming up from their 26.
Typically in these games, you know, the quick passing game sort of kind of works best, in my opinion, when it comes down to it, because these quarterbacks and these receivers haven't had a whole bunch of time to get anything done. Probably going to get intentional grounding right here with this quarterback being in the pocket and being in the grasp with that D lineman.
Yeah, a couple of defensive linemen came right at Goodwin, both off the edge. And Goodwin was not out of the tackle box when he got rid of the ball. So
intentional grounding.
It'll be intentional grounding against Lone Star. And the penalties have been inescapable so far for Sean Salisbury's team.
Well, when you have 2 days of practice, there's not a whole bunch that you can install and things like that. So should have probably worked on a little bit of some pass protection, because the O-line's given up some pressure there the last few plays. So Team Texas has to pick it up a little bit here if they want to, you know, defend their home turf.
Well, the loss of down means that it's time to punt for Team Lone Star, and Lucas back at the goal line bobbles the snap. Gets away an end-over-end punt. Hancock will go over, play center field. Here comes the return from the 42. He's in some trouble, and he's going to go down.
Good job by him.
Perhaps some indecision there from Hancock. That allowed Team Lone Star to get there. 0-0 towards the end of the first quarter here in Houston. Okay, I didn't know anything about that, so yeah, I'm hearing it in my headset. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay, Ty, if you'll do me a favor, and kind of just stand here to my right. Yeah, and I'm doing a decent job of picking up the offense, but I'm doing a terrible job of picking up the defense. So if you can help me on those kind of things. No, just point, because I won't be able to hear you. Yeah. Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so this is the gray and this is the blue. Yeah. We'll take a look at Malik Richardson to start this drive for Team 49. He's the quarterback that has signed to play at Western Carolina. He'll be in the shotgun on first down for Team 49, and he hands it off on first down. And look at that open field tackle. Well done there by Team Lone Star on the carry. Trevor Johnson, I beg your pardon. And it was Miles Mass, who right now is committed to Texas, making the tackle in the open field. Gain of just 1.
Great open field tackle by that young man. Basically took his eyes and put him on his hips and followed his eyes where he's supposed to go. Great job by him.
A handoff up the middle on second down. Christian Webster out of Conner High School in Kentucky carries it into Team Lone Star territory to the 46 before Ozzie Torres made the tackle. And here comes third down and 3 for Team 49. Both teams have had 2 possessions so far. This is the third for Team 49, and we do not have any points to show for it with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, Team 49's done a good job of moving the ball and racking up yards, but they have to do a better job of putting some points on the board so they can capitalize on those yards that they're getting.
And once again, Webster gets the carry behind the right guard, and he'll move the chains with a first down carry to the Lone Star 42-yard line. It was Aaron Sells, the defensive back from Silsbee High School here in Texas, that made the stop, but not before Webster got another first down for Team 49. And Quinn, it's really clear right now what George Martinez wants to do. They want to eat up as much time as they can as we end the first quarter here at NRG Stadium. Team Lone Star nothing, Team 49 nothing. Second quarter when you come back. Man, I'm starving. Hey, Sam, at some point I want to fit in the story again about these punters and kickers. So just probably at a possession change or something like that, if possible. Team Lone Star has been across the 50.
Team Lone Star hasn't been across the 40.
What they saying about Texas now, huh? Team 49 on offense to start the second quarter with a 1st and 10 at the Team Lone Star 42. And Malik Richardson is in at quarterback for the blue-shirted players from Team 49. And here's a handoff and a big play over the left side by the running back, Trevor Johnson, with a big burst over the left side with a big carry all the way down to the 21-yard line. First down, Team 49.
Great job by that offensive line opening up these holes, man. If you can tell, it seems like these guys have been playing together for a little while, but they've done a great job with those guys. Coach Gerard, not Gerard, but the offensive line coach there, Coach Lewis, from right here in Texas, done a great job with those guys, having them come together.
That was 21 yards for Johnson on that carry. He gets the ball once again on this first down snap and picks up about 8 more to the Team Lone Star 12-yard line. And we saw the Team 49 down deep into Team Lone Star territory in the first quarter, weren't able to come away with points. But hopefully trying to rewrite the script here. Malik Green made the last stop for Team Lone Star. Here's second down and short, and the playbook wide open for Team 49 here.
Well, hopefully, you know, if they're not fortunate enough to get in the end zone, hopefully Coach Martinez will have a different thought process when it comes down to taking 3 here.
Richardson, play fake, will run option to the right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's at the 10, falls forward to around the 5-yard line. Malik Richardson, he's listed as a pro-style quarterback when you look at his recruiting profile online, and most recruiting services would call him a pro-style quarterback, but right there, Quinn, shows his ability to run.
Yeah, he is not a pro-style quarterback in the terms of what they call a pro-style quarterback. This kid is very athletic. He has a slender build, and he has a cannon for an arm. So dual threat for me is definitely what I would be calling him, because he has the ability to run, get himself out of bad situations, and make it work for him.
Here's first and goal. They'll hand off right up the middle. Not a lot of running room, but they will cross the 5 and get to about the 4. So second down and goal is coming up. Richardson is listed at 6'4", 205, so he is your prototypical QB build. Western Carolina is getting a good one next year in their incoming class.
Western Carolina typically uses a spread type of offense, and the type of quarterback that I've seen on their rosters are guys that can get themselves out of trouble and run the ball a little bit. So typically a pro-style quarterback doesn't fit that bill.
Here's second and goal. Back to throw Richardson, slant.
Touchdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown. Great looking throw and catch on a quick slant across the middle, and Team 49 punches it into the end zone. Touchdown here early in the second quarter. The ball was caught for the touchdown by Cade Sams from Bishop Kenny High School in your home state, Florida.
Florida boy on the receiving end of that touchdown thrown there by Malik Richardson. Great call by Rodney Beasley there to see that the man coverage was in press coverage. Great job by that kid getting off of press coverage on the slant route.
So the extra point try now from Angelo Giglimello is up and good. And Team 49's on the board first, just underway in the second quarter, 7-0. All right, Sam, we want to kick and send to Mercedes. Okay. Mercedes, who is that you're with?
Do I need to go find her on 4?
Mercedes, can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, so
Oklahoma.
Is this an on-camera bit?
He's from Sunnyvale, Texas.
it's like the town right next to mine. Here in the 3A school, 4A school.
I need Mercedes to get on rhythm out down there.
She has fun when she goes.
I wish I could hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, her.
Oh.
This is our strategy.
Yeah.
Mercedes, I need you to get in rhythm down there.
Well, okay, we're line dancing. Listen, Marcus Alexander's a huge country music fan.
Is
Cody
he?
Johnson is his guy. Shout out Cody Johnson. Do we know his Instagram handle? Cody Johnson? Not even Cody Johnson Music?
At Cody Johnson.
At Cody Johnson.
Wow. It's a huge.
I don't know these young country guys.
That's a huge crowd
I know
over
Garth
there.
Brooks.
Touchdown pass by Malik Richardson to Cade Sams, and that's the first score of the ball game here, just underway in the second quarter at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, I should say. Ryan Castle, Quinn Gray Sr., Mercedes Owens. Glad to be with you on this beautiful Monday afternoon. A little chilly here in Houston, but it's to be expected around this time of the year in Texas.
Yeah, I walked out of the hotel this morning. It's like, whew, a little chilly out here in Texas.
Bring a coat with you and expect to take it off about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's the high kickoff, and this will be returnable from the goal line. It's muffed momentarily and now picked up and returned across the 10, across the 20, and up to about the 25-yard line. Return on the play by Jonathan Lindsay. We'll go downstairs now to Mercedes, who's with the pride of Sunnyvale, Texas, Marcus Alexander.
Marcus Alexander, what? Do I have a fly in my hair? Okay, listen, he's a country boy. He's not going to let any fly be in my hair. We have a strategy, though, for this next quarter. Line dancing? That's the strategy. So, Marcus, you're headed to OU in the fall. What are you looking to take away from this experience?
I'm really want to learn how to like play with other guys, you know, get used to being with a lot of good guys around this area and have fun. That's what I'm doing.
Now, I feel like a lot of Texas guys end up being Sooners, though.
Yes, well, we get like criticized a lot for it because we don't go to Texas, but I mean, Oklahoma that's where it's at. It's only one Oklahoma.
You got to keep things interesting, that's for sure. So moving forwards, with the players you've worked with and everything, what is the biggest lesson you've taken away from this experience?
I mean, if you like open yourself up, you can get along with anyone. If you be a good person, other people, they treat you right, and that's what I learned a lot.
I like that. See, good Southern country boy, right? Now we're going to work on our line dancing so he can get back out there. So back to you guys.
All right.
Ready?
Thanks, Mercedes. And here's an end-around play by Team Lone Star. They're going to hand it off to Johnson, or actually, yeah, that's DeAndre Glass, who was lined up in the slot on the right. And it looked like Team 49 had that played pretty well, only a gain of a couple for Glass. And here comes a big third down for Team Lone Star. 3rd down and 5 as they need to get to the 35-yard line.
Team Lone Star pulling out a little bit of that trickery that we saw in practice yesterday. I think they got about 3 or 4 more left. So they might want to get it going here on offense. Haven't gotten themselves across the 40 yet this game. So Team Lone Star got to get themselves going.
Xavier Hopkins made the last stop out of Alabama. And back to throw is the quarterback, Cade Bartlett. We're seeing him for the first time. Completes it to the running back, Glass, and he's going to be brought down short of a first down. Nice open field tackle made by Joseph Conwell, stopping Glass short of a first down, and Team Lone Star will have to punt.
That's a great job, because Glass makes the first man miss. He's that type of talent, but great job by number 17 there, bringing him down in the open field right there on the sideline.
So going back to return the punt for Team 49 is Nate Hancock. He's from Hendersonville High School in Tennessee. And to do the punting, Trey Lucashe from Danbury, Texas. 7-0 Team 49 here with about 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's a nice punt by Lucashe. This will send Hancock backpedaling to the 20. And here comes his return to the right side to the 25-30. And ridden out of bounds nicely by Cambrell Winters. 7-0 Team 49, 11 minutes to go second quarter. Back in a moment. Yeah. Sam, is that okay timing? Team Lone Star tried to put in all these trick plays and they forgot how to block. Yeah, I know, the one that got called back. For Blue-Gray. Jesse Forknell will get his second series as the quarterback of Team 49, his team leading 7-0. Here comes 1st and 10, handoff and not much. Team Texas with good penetration into the backfield, and several gray jerseys were there to make the stop, led by Riley Dixon on the defensive line from Whitesboro, Texas.
Riley exploded through that offensive line just then. Made a great play in the backfield for Team Lone Star. That kid there had a great week of practice, and we saw him yesterday, and he was doing some great things against his offensive line, so we knew he'd probably have some great plays today.
Well, this is the third of the Blue-Gray All-American Bowls in the class of 2019. We've been in Dallas and Tampa, now in Houston this weekend, and this has been some of the better offensive and defensive line play that we've seen in the 3 games so far. There's another nice job of the defensive line of Team Lone Star. They get to the ball carrier pretty quickly. No gain on that play. And it's going to be 3rd down and long coming up. Austin Hernandez got in to make the tackle.
Team Lone Star defensive line starting to wake up a little bit here. Feeling the pressure from that offensive line of Team 49. So they're starting to settle in here during this game. And now we'll probably get some great football out of both these teams.
We'll see if Team 49 opens it up here on 3rd down and 14. Ball at their own 28-yard line. Forknell in the gun and back to throw with some time. A little bit of pressure. Now he steps up, has a man all alone, and the ball is juggled, and then a huge hit is put on the receiver. It was intended for Tyrese Williams, and he's just not going to make the catch because of Isaiah Harvey, who just came up and blasted him, prevented the catch. It's 4th down and time to punt.
Great job by the quarterback there, buying time to get that ball out to him. He has to come up with that. He catches on the first one. He makes a 1st down, and the drive continues. But that defensive back came up and made that hit there and dislodged that ball from him, not to allow him to get that 1st down. Great job.
Yeah, that's a play that Tyrese Williams would like to have back. Varina, Virginia is where he's from. And now it's time to punt. William Hutchinson will get away a high end-over-end punt. And coming up and muffing the punt, it's loose, and it looked like Team 49 got to it.
Yeah, great job by that punt coverage team to get down there and be right in front of him when he muffed that punt and to fall on it. It's
Nathan Ayu got to it, yep. From Riverside High School in Virginia, a linebacker. D. Johnson was the return man for Team Lone Star. And a huge break here and just a bad play for Team Lone Star to muff that punt and give it back to Team 49. They're already leading 7-0, and they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Team Lone Star 42.
Team Lone Star just seems to be making a bunch of uncaused mistakes here. So they just need to settle down and play the football that they know that they can play here in this game. They've making a few mistakes that are uncharacteristic of these guys.
So Forknell gets to stay out there as the quarterback, and this time Tyrese Williams makes the catch over here on the near side. Inside the 40 to about the 38, Isaiah Harvey made another wrap-up tackle for Team Lone Star, and a gain of 4 will bring up 2nd and 6.
Great job getting that ball out to that wide receiver for him to do what he can. As a quarterback, you want to get the ball out as quick as you can to your wide receivers because they're the ones that have all of that ability to make people miss and get those run after catch yards that my receivers at FAMU were so famous for, the Rack Boys, Tariq Kaim, Kanan Lamb, Jaquay Nunley, who was the all-time leading receiver at one point in NCAA football. So great job by.
Here's an incompletion thrown by Jesse Forknell, trying to find a receiver over there on the far side. Keela Paitolingan, who's from Kapa'a, Hawaii. One of the further destinations we've ever had in the Blue-Gray Football Bowl. So Glad to have him and his family here this week in Houston. 3rd down and 6 coming up after the incompletion.
He's come a long way, man. He had I think he said he had a 7-hour flight that he had to take to get here. That's a kid that truly loves the game of football, and his family has really made the ultimate sacrifice for him to be here.
Here's 3rd down and 6. Fortnell back to throw. And will roll to his left. Plants, goes deep. Man all alone, and the ball is caught inbounds and then knocked out of bounds. And that is the aforementioned Pactolingon, the Hawaiian, with the catch inside the 5-yard line to set up a 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback buying some time, getting outside the pocket and getting his eyes upfield. Defensive back sort of kind of lost track of where he was, and he got behind him to make the big play.
Great job by Fortnell, moving the pocket to his left and then planting and firing deep. And Team 49 is knocking on the door again. Amaric Battles from Klein made the touchdown saving tackle for a moment. But here's 1st and goal. Fortnell will be in the pistol. He's going to turn and hand it off. Coming right up the middle is Seabrooks, fighting to the goal line and getting some push from his offensive line. They're going to say that he's marked short. Got the ball to the 1, and here comes 2nd and goal as Austin Hernandez made another tackle.
I played with a guy from Hawaii, probably affectionately known as one of the best punt return, kick returners in college football when he came out. Chad Owens, who was a free agent draft. I don't know if he was a draft pick, but he played with me there in Jacksonville, and he's one of the best receivers up in the Canadian Football League for the last several years. Him and his wife have a beautiful family. Chad's been doing that thing for a long time now, and he does some great things back in his community in Hawaii.
The state of Hawaii has gotten more attention over the last couple of years in high school football. Here's some miscommunication on the handoff. Fortnell turned to look for a running back, and nobody was there. And he does a nice job to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he does. Just some miscommunication by him and the running back. I'm sure they'll clean that up fairly quickly. And got a timeout here by the blue team to make sure that they get these points on the board and get the end zone points.
This is a good opportunity for us to mention just a touching story that Gus Bell and his team here at Blue Gray Football Operations had an opportunity to bring into the organization a couple of years ago. It starts with a tragic story. There was a punter from Nebraska, Sam Foltz, and a punter from Michigan. Both of those guys were in the state of Wisconsin at a kicking camp, helping the younger generation get better at punting and kicking. And unfortunately, both of them lost their lives in a tragic car accident. And that happened back in 2016. Ever since then, the kickers in these blue-gray All-American Bowls wear their numbers in a tribute to those two players. Nebraska punter number 27, Sam Foltz. So you'll see every punter in the blue-gray game, no matter where it is, Tampa, Houston, Dallas, it doesn't matter. They'll all wear the number 27, and all the place kickers will wear the number of Mike Sadler, former kicker, Michigan State, tragically killed in a car accident back in 2016. And I think that just speaks to the heart of what's behind the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl.
Such a tragic situation with those two young men losing their lives. Those two young men actually were headed to or projected to head to the NFL and have some great careers, but unfortunately they lost their lives in a car accident. And what a great tribute to those guys by Gus Bell and the Blue-Gray organization to have the kickers wear their numbers.
Here's a QB sneak on 3rd and goal, and they didn't get it. Team Lone Star is up to the task. It was Kamal Nader, one of the first there to make the hit on the quarterback, Jesse Fortnell. And just like you said earlier, Quinn, here deep in Lone Star territory, it looks like Team 49 will settle for a field goal try.
Yeah, didn't get any push there by the offensive line. Team Lone Star dug in there pretty good and pushed the center back, which didn't allow the quarterback to get any surge on his quarterback sneak. So here it is, Team 49 trying to put 3 on the board.
Angelo Gigliamello, this will be a 19-yard attempt out of the hold of William Hutchinson, the punter, and the kick is up, and it is good. 6:40 left in the second quarter. It's now 10-0, Team 49. Got it.
Who she got down there? Looks like a dad.
Hey, so Shay Whiting had to go do the kickoff return.
Who?
Uh-oh.
I had Shay. We're going to talk about how things just aren't going right.
Oh.
But he had to go do the kickoff return. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you get the kid from Hawaii over there?
Good luck learning his name. I think I've said it about 3 different ways already. Okay, so yes or no down to Mercedes after the kick. Are we going to? Yeah, he's going to be out of breath. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, that's not going to work. Well, we saw some big plays there, so that was good. Back in Houston, the big pass play to Pactolingon, the wide receiver from Hawaii, leading to the field goal. Angelo Gigliomello gives the Team 49 a 10-0 lead. 6:43 left here in the second quarter, and now Gigliomello will kick it deep. 3 return men back for Team Lone Star. Shay Whiting is in the middle there. And the kick is going to be returned here from the goal line. This will be D. Johnson coming up to the 10. Little hesitation at the 15 and brought down from behind at about the 17-yard line. And that's where Team Lone Star will start, and they're in a 10-0 hole here in the second quarter.
As we talked about a little bit earlier, Team 49 is playing with a little bit more of emotion and a little bit more sense of urgency when it comes down to it, man. Team Lone Star, I don't know if they were sort of kind of expecting to do good things, but they got to pick it up here. Offense has to get something going, and they need to put some points on the board before this thing gets out of hand.
So Cade Bartlett, the McNeese State signee, will be the quarterback for Team Lone Star. They have not had starting field position that was worth anything yet today. Bartlett will turn, hand off on first down. DeAndre Glass is swallowed up and dropped for a loss. Team 49 got in there and made the quick hit on DeAndre Glass. Gave him no room to run. Looked like one of the first there was Joseph Conwell, the D-end. And a loss of 1 yard there on first down.
That thing called momentum is huge in the game of football right now. The Team 49 has all the momentum on their side, and they're playing like it.
Jonathan Sheets was there as well for Team 49, Zebrado, California. And it's second down and 11. Cade Bartlett in the shotgun as the quarterback for Team Lone Star. Will go back to throw, pumps one way, now throws the other. The ball is caught on a quick screen, and there's not much over there for Team Lone Star to work with. Very short gain, caught by Jacob Wallace from Marion High School in Texas. Aaron Smith made the tackle for Team 49, and we're going to go downstairs to Mercedes.
All right, Malik, you threw that first touchdown pass, so you're feeling good, feeling great?
Yeah, we're feeling good. We're connecting. Say we've only been here about 2 days with each other. You know, we really connecting.
And in those 2 days, how much trash did Team Lone Star talk, being all Texas boys?
A lot of trash, actually. You know, it was like, you know, they would leave the bus early. They had the better practice field, so you know, we kind of felt like, you know, they had favoritism a little bit. You know, but we took that in the head, you know, so we just trying to put them on them now. So.
Are you out there just yelling South Carolina the whole time, or?
Nah, it's all 49 really. You know, we representing everybody else. You know, everybody thinks Texas. We play football. We play high school football all around the country. So you know, we just want to prove that today. Trying to prove that today.
And Malik, tell us your plans for the future.
Well, I'm going to Western Carolina, so I just want to ready to compete over there, and hopefully, you know, it's meant to be. Try to go all the way. You know, play stadiums like this every Sunday.
And you get there in June?
Yes, ma'am, June.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. Thanks for talking with us, and you guys are killing it. So keep it up. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Mercedes. Malik had a touchdown pass earlier that got the scoring underway, and we just saw Team Lone Star go 3 and out. Here's the punt, and Hancock with the return. Good open field tackle made on special teams as Hancock got a return of only a couple. And it'll be Team 49 ball starting at their own 43-yard line, leading 10-0, exactly 5 minutes left before halftime. But right now, if you're Coach George Martinez and Team 49, you got to be feeling really good about the way your team has come out and played this team from Texas that I think a lot of people sort of thought might play a lot better than they've played so far.
As we were leaving practice yesterday, you and I both know the mantra of the Team 49, JFW, baby. Coach Al McCarty was very
animated
yesterday about the way they should come out and play, and he's got them playing real well today.
Here's a deep pass down the near side. That's going to be intercepted. Intercepted on the play by Team Lone Star, Dominic Ruffing. No, I beg your pardon, Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson from Falls City High School in Texas makes the interception. The ball was intended for Julian Alcuff, and an interception gives the ball right back to Team Lone Star. And you talk about momentum a lot, partner, and that right there is going to give a little bit back to Team Lone Star, I would think.
When you talk about quarterback play, what happens when you got a wheel route and a curl, you have to be able to see the safety and the cornerback there. Quarterback has some time. Typically, that ball needs to be up in 3 steps in a hitch. He hitched 2-3 times, which gave the safety enough time to see his eyes, and he got over the top and was able to intercept it. So next time, you know, it's our first turnover, second turnover of the game, first by Team 49. So hopefully Lone Star can capitalize.
Here's Daniel going to unleash one down the far sideline, incomplete. And some sticky tight coverage over there on the receiver, Marcel Ramirez. And the incompletion will set up second down and 10. Michael Colangelo from Hart High School in California on the coverage.
Quarterback had Garrison Johnson going right down the middle of the field on the seam route, but he chose to go outside to the receiver who was covered. Got to get his eyes where they're supposed to be, especially when they're playing 2 or 3 coverages. You got to be able to know where the ball's supposed to go, despite only having 2 days of practice.
Well, speaking of Hawaii, Zach Daniel, who's in at quarterback for Team Lone Star right now, signed to play with Hawaii next year. Here's the snap. It's a bit wide of him. He picks it up off the ground, trying to make something out of this. Rolls to his right, looking downfield, and has a man open for a completed pass up close to the 30-yard line. Look at the heads-up play by Zach Daniel. Michael Colangelo made the tackle, and I believe that was Glass who made the catch, or Ramirez it was, with the catch for Team Lone Star.
He bobbled that snap first. Should have been a clean catch on the snap. But good job by him being able to corral the ball and get outside and make something happen with it instead of making a negative a positive with the yards they were able to gain.
So it sets up 3rd down and 2. Daniel back to throw, hit as he throws, and that ball's nearly intercepted. Dangerous, perhaps ill-advised throw there. And it was nearly picked off by Marlon Hunt Jr., the defensive back from Stanhope Elmore High School in Alabama. And another 3 and out here for Team Lone Star. They are racking those up here in the first half.
Team Lone Star has yet to cross the 40-yard line of their own side of the field as of yet today. Team 49 doing a great job playing defense against this great, or quote-unquote supposed to be great, Texas team that was put together by Mr. Sean over there for blue-gray football. But good job by the defense there, not allowing them to get a first down.
Here's a good punt. Hancock muffed it. Able to jump right back on it at around the 27-yard line. And bearing down on him was Burchard Glassby from Mesquite Poteet High School, just to the east of Dallas.
Mesquite Poteet.
And that means that Team 49 will start with the ball again at their 27-yard line, leading 10-0. And, you know, Quinn, they're not really doing anything spectacular, I don't think. They're just doing everything really solid and playing really well as a group.
I think they're just taking advantage of what's been given to them. Besides that last errant pass before the Lone Star team had the ball, Team 49 has just done a good job of controlling the clock, running the ball, putting the ball in the right spots. Quarterbacks have done a good job protecting the ball, again, besides the pass that was thrown for the interception. But they've been solid just continuously throughout the day so far.
And Carson Berryhill is in there at quarterback from Tuttle, Oklahoma for Team 49. He'll hand it off on first down. And across the 30 up to the 31-yard line goes Traylon Gross from Phillipsburg, Kansas. Second down and about 6 coming up.
It's plays like that where you get 4 yards on first down that's allowed Team 49 to sustain drives and put these 10 points on the board. If you get 4 yards every 3 downs, you got a first down every 3 downs. So if they continue to do that, Team Lone Star has to figure some things out on defense.
I think the intent has been clear offensively for Team 49. They want to run the ball and try to control the clock. Here's Berryhill back to throw all day, and now will run it himself. Has a first down and more across the 40, and finally spun down up at about the 44-yard line. Carson Berryhill goes on the run and gets a first down for Team 49.
It's a great job by him not having anything downfield and pulling it down, getting positive yards. Typically in these type of games, quarterbacks hold on to the ball and then they try to throw something late and do something bad with the football. But he made a great decision there by not throwing it into coverage and pulling it down and getting positive yards and picking up that first down.
Riley Dixon, who we mentioned earlier, made another tackle for Team Lone Star. The Team 49 is on the move again. First down at their 44. And Berryhill will hand off. Coming right up the middle is Patrick Lodeholtz. And some good push at the point of attack by that offensive line from Team 49. Lodeholtz gets to the midfield stripe. Marcus Barnes made the tackle. And you and I, Quinn, were able to watch that offensive line yesterday for Team 49, and that's a good-looking group. They don't have the names or necessarily the pop of what Team Lone Star has, but it's just a really solid group.
Without a doubt. We both saw yesterday the girth that they had up on that front five of the offensive line. They worked together as if they were together for more than 2 days, and they're doing a great job of pushing Team Lone Star's defensive line around a little bit here early in this game.
And again, the handoff, Traylon Gross with the carry gets into Team Lone Star territory to the 48-yard line. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And the Team 49 has a good collection of running backs as well. We've seen Zaire Seabrooks and Traylon Gross and Patrick Lodeholtz basically all carry the ball. We're going to have a 2-minute warning here. The clock will stop. 3rd down and 2. And it will be 3rd and 2 after this timeout. Taking a look at that defense for both sides. First for Team 49, they have done a great job penetrating into the backfield.
They've done a great job all day against this team of 49, penetrating here, making the quarterbacks pull it down and take off running, and running backs getting hit in the backfield. So they got to continue to do that because Team 49 has done a great job of running the football here and there and getting positive yards on first down. So first down has been a big key for them in terms of not being able to stop Team 49 and making them go long yardage.
And how much would you say, Quinn, of an advantage does the defense have coming into an all-star game like this with limited practice time? I would imagine they have quite a leg up on the offenses in a game like this.
I believe that these type of games are made for defenses, to be honest with you. With 2 days of practice, typically defenses only have to set guys up in the front and let them play football behind them with the coverages, because there's cover 3, cover 2, cover 1, cover 4. Something they've been doing all of their careers, playing defense. And offenses have to strategically put things in, blocking schemes, pass routes, handoffs between quarterbacks and running backs. So there's quite a bit that goes into it.
Here's the option pitch on 3rd down, and that's going to be good enough for a first to the 46-yard line. Getting the pitch once again was Zaire Seabrooks out of Pennsylvania, and he moves the chains for Team 49.
3rd down is short. This play has been pretty successful for them today. So Rodney Beasley is doing a great job dialing these plays up and putting these guys in great situations to be successful. So I would think that they continue to put that ball on the ground. With only a minute 36 seconds left, they may want to think about putting it in the air a little bit here too, though.
They do have 2 timeouts. Berryhill will throw quick out to the right, and a catch and an immediate tackle on Patrick Lodeholtz, the receiver. Malik Green made his 2nd tackle in a row for Team Lone Star. And a timeout's going to be called by Team 49. 1:19 left in the half. 10-0 Team 49.
Who she got down there?
Shea Whiting. She tried to get him earlier.
19?
Yeah. If they score here,
you're going to lose them again.
I know. It'll be like, I've been trying to get on TV all day. Hey, let me just tell you right now, I'm not going to say this on air, but Lone Star getting that ass beat. Just saying that right now. Both sides of the ball. Thank you. And now Sean tweeted out the wrong name of the quarterback who threw the touchdown.
Oh, God.
He said Malik Jackson.
Oh, God. Malik Jackson is in college.
Yeah, that's wrong. We're back in Houston, 1:19 left here in the second quarter. Team 49 with 2 timeouts and 2nd down and 8. Here's the handoff coming right up the middle. And not much running room for the ball carrier. I believe that was Seabrooks who got the carry. Austin Hernandez made the tackle. It was Aaron Smith who actually got the carry, who's being looked at by Cal, Rice, UNLV, among others. 3rd down and 7 here for Team 49 as they hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Look for Team 49 to try to take advantage of the seams here against cover 3.
Back to throw is Berryhill with time, going deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for his running back, Traylon Gross, out of the backfield. He was covered well on the play by Zach Daniel. No, that's not Zach Daniel, but incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and it looks like now timeout is going to be called by Team Lone Star. They'll talk about this punt return.
That is their first of the
with
half.
45 seconds left here in the second quarter. And Team Lone Star right now, Quinn, is looking for anything to sort of get something going on their side.
In this case, I think Coach Salisbury is just trying to make sure his guys secure the football on this punt and not give Team 49 a chance to put any points on the board, as their defense did a great job there stopping them from getting any further yardage to try and get a long field goal before the half.
We'll see if Team Lone Star can maybe get a good punt return here. But, they have just not been able to get anything going offensively. Quinn, as you mentioned earlier, they haven't passed the 40-yard line on offense. And on Team 49 side, give them a lot of credit. Coach Rodney Beasley's their offensive coordinator. He's a veteran trainer with the Carolina Panthers, been around football a long time, and they have done a great job really controlling the clock on the ground game here so far in the first half.
He has. He's been dialing up some great calls on 1st and 2nd down, which has allowed them to get some very, very important positive yards on 1st and 2nd down, and then basically allowing his boys to control what they do on the line of scrimmage. And that's what got them up 10 points here going into halftime.
Well, here's the punt by Hutchinson. And Team Lone Star is going to let it bounce at the 5. It will roll into the end zone for a touchback. And so with 37 seconds left here in the second quarter, Team Lone Star with 2 timeouts. They'll have to start at their 20-yard line, and we'll see if they can get something going here before the half to give them something positive as they go into the locker room. We want to remind you that at halftime, we'll have DeAndre Glass down on the field, who will be making his decision about where he will play college football. And he'll be choosing between Oklahoma State, Alabama, Georgia, the University of Texas, Miami, and Michigan. And so we want you to stay with us at halftime as DeAndre makes his decision.
I would imagine Coach Salisbury, being an old quarterback that I know that he is, he may try and take a shot or two here to see if he can get anything positive going into the half.
TJ Goodwin is going to play receiver. He'll throw to the near side, and that ball's caught by Lawrence Driver III, and he gets nothing. Great play made defensively. Nate Hancock, the defensive back from Hendersonville High School in Tennessee, made an immediate tackle on Driver III, and he's going to lose 4 yards.
Just indicative of how this first half has been going for that offense. And I thought, you know, it was a great safe call for the offense to see if they can get something positive out of it. But that 49 defense has been swarming all day long.
And so Lone Star's not going to snap it again in the first half. They will go back to the locker room with a 10-0 deficit here in Houston at NRG Stadium. It's the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl. Team 49 leading 10-0.
Are they doing it out here? Okay. Can you guys angle it so my camera over here can see it? Bring it out here. Okay. Okay, I'll open it up. Need to take this side out a little bit. Are you plugging that in?
Is he okay? He looks nervous down there.
It looks like he's about to throw up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did he just snap his
He was joking.
He about to come
messing with his little brother.
Oh, man.
Oh, he looks nervous. Look at him.
Hold that one.
No.
Nothing, Team 49. We're at halftime here at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Ryan Castle, Quinn Gray Sr., Mercedes Owens, and our entire crew. And not exactly the first half that Coach Sean Salisbury and Team Lone Star expected, I don't believe. A lot of talk over the last couple of days about who would come out and earn bragging rights in high school football. Would it be the team from Texas? Everybody sort of believes that high school football was invented in this state, or would it be the rest of the union? Would it be the other 49 states? And right now, Quinn, I think the answer is pretty definitive. Team 49 has come out and hit them in the mouth.
I believe Team Texas may have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew. Team 49 has really shown that they aren't afraid of big Texas, and they've come out today and truly shown that they can play football all over this great nation.
Certainly a lot of football left to be played, so it'll be interesting to see what adjustments are made by Sean Salisbury, the head coach of Team Lone Star. 10-0 they lead right now, and we've got a very special presentation now down on the field here at NRG Stadium. We're going to let Mercedes Owens take it away.
This is the moment, right? I feel like I'm part of the family down here with DeAndre Glass, Katie's all-time leading rusher, and he has a big decision to make. DeAndre, where are we going? Are you nervous? He looks a little nervous. It is a big moment.
Well, first, I'd like to thank God, and I'd like to thank, can I hold it? I'd like to thank God and all my people that's helped me through this process. And I lost my grandmother last year, February 23rd, 2017, and I've been talking to her before every game since she's passed away. You know, she's been sick since I was like 10 years old, and she wasn't able to make any of my games, but I know that she's in heaven watching over me now every step I take.
Take your time, young brother.
I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank all my coaches that gave me the opportunity to play at the next level. Dallas could choose a hat. And with that being said, I'll be taking my talents to next year. Get the hat, you ugly.
Looks like he's headed to Oklahoma State. Go Pokes.
Go Pokes. Coach Wise, Coach Gundy, I don't know if y'all watching right now. I would assume y'all are. I know y'all happy. Y'all knew before everybody else. My family knew too. Let's go get a bowl. Let's go get a national championship. And I want to win the Heisman next year as a true freshman. Go Pokes.
Congratulations. All right, well, he's headed to Oklahoma State. We'll see him out there. Back to you guys.
All right, the all-time leading rusher in the storied history of Katy High School, DeAndre Glass, makes his decision. He's going to play for Coach Gundy in the Big 12 at Oklahoma State University. Any surprises there, partner?
Not really. He's such a great talent, and Coach Gundy's, I'm sure he's ecstatic right now about the talent that he just received, the news that's coming to his campus. Such a emotional moment for that young man, remembering his grandmother and giving her all of the credit for being with him throughout this process, man. This is such a great moment for these young men that are moving on to their next ventures of life, and just an important moment for him as you see him having a moment to get himself together and his parents corralling him because of how emotional it is right now.
We'll come back and talk a little bit more about DeAndre and then more about the first half here at NRG Stadium when you come back. Alabama was holding his breath for a second.
I was like, oh, what is the brother doing? Oh, what is he doing?
Hey, did you hear what he said? Pick up the hat, ugly. Show me what you got.
What you got? Oh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, leave that up there for just a second.
Thank you.
Man, that 2016 was loaded. Warrior, I forgot about him. He hasn't gotten on the field at all anymore. We were so excited about him.
Who?
Cameron Ori, tight end, 2017 class.
Whoa.
Hey, you know what, Sam? If it's okay with you, let's. I've got a note about DeAndre first, and then we can do that one right before we go to break. That screen. Does that work? Yeah. I said I've got a little note from the coaches at More about DeAndre Glass, and then we can do that notable alumni, and then go to a break. Well, in case you missed it, DeAndre Glass has made his choice. He's going to Oklahoma State University to play for Mike Gundy next year. And, boy, just a great kid. I got a chance to talk to Chris Taylor, the running back coach for Team Lone Star, prior to the game. And he said, yeah, he's a great running back, but you know what? He's even more than that, a great kid. And I think that showed through right there as that interview down on the field with Mercedes took place.
Yeah, just a great moment for him and his family as he makes his decision on where he's going to spend the next 3 to 4 years of his life playing football and getting his academics and his education. Just a wonderful kid. He had a great week of practice. And a kid that sort of kind of didn't make this about him this week. You know, typically kids with his stature and where he's going, they would try to make things about them, and he's a great kid, and he didn't do that at all. It was about him and his teammates in this game.
And he's going to be added to a long list of notable alumni from this Blue-Gray All-American Bowl, as you can kind of see there on your screen. It started back in 2013, actually. Patrick Mahomes played in the second game that was in AT&T Stadium there in Arlington, Texas. And then just a great list of players, and all of that is a testament to Sean Siglinski, who's in charge of bringing these guys in.
Sean has done a great job of bringing talent from all over this country into the Blue-Gray organization and into this game. And those names on that list shows the work that he's put in over the last several years and putting together a great game and great competition.
10-0 Team 49. We'll have more for you in a moment. Yeah. All right, so we can kind of talk about the defenses again. Talk about that run. That was Trevor Johnson, I think. There's 2 16s on the roster, but a touchdown pass to Cade Sands. All right. So just try to time your comment, Quinn, you know, to coincide with these highlights. Will you grab me that blue chair right there? Ooh, little duck hook. First half highlights here from NRG Stadium with Team 49 leading 10-0. And early on, Quinn, it was all about the defenses.
Defenses early on were swarming quite a bit, and it took some time for the offense to get going. And here you'll see the defense of Team 49 getting after the running back and making some plays there. timing it up with the team Texas trying to make some plays in the passing game, but just couldn't seem to get it going. Defense has been swarming all over the field all day. It's been Team 49 with a couple of big plays here, like this run here by number 16, Trevor Johnson, that got the scoring going for the Team 49 with the slant pass from Malik Richardson to the Florida boy. That's here in the Blue-Gray game, and they're enjoying a great time here.
So really not much scoring in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, that pass from Richardson to Cade Sams got the scoring underway. And then it was more defense, as you see, just swarming on both sides. Couple of turnovers in that first half. Neither one of them led to any points. Team Lone Star had several 3-and-outs offensively. And then this long pass to the Hawaiian, Kila Pangtolingan, to set up the field goal for Team 49.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and try to pronounce that name 2 or 3 times. Great pass with the quarterback being able to escape the pocket with some pressure and have his eyes downfield. And we talked about Chad Owens a little bit. He actually wearing the number that Chad Owens wore at Hawaii. So he's having a great time. Flew 7 hours from Hawaii to get here and enjoying the Blue-Gray All-American game.
So Team 49 leading 10-0 at halftime. Will start the third quarter when you come back to Houston. Sun, a little bit of a what made it really difficult, you know, yesterday I'm trying to talk to him, and I said, hey, I need you to say your name for me.
Right.
And say the name of your hometown so that I can practice. He's got a stuttering problem.
Oh, wow.
So that made it a little extra difficult. I should have tried to track down his parents, but doing the best I can. So
he's working for you, my boy.
Well, I hope we see, I don't know, a few more highlights in the second half, a couple more big plays.
Sean's gonna dial up that double pass.
You know what, man? Team Lone Star, they work so much on the flea flicker. And
it's coming, trust me.
They forgot how to block.
It's coming. They're going to pull out all stops.
Practice how to block.
They're going motion. They're already in 3-by-1, and they ain't supposed to be.
I wonder if anybody said something.
I know the 49 sideline said something, but they ain't call it.
Yeah. Kauai. Is that how you say it? Kauai? Kauai?
Kauai, Hawaii. Hawaii. Kauai, Hawaii.
Well, the sun is starting to shine in just a little bit here at NRG Stadium, home of the Houston Texans. Ryan Castle, Quinn Gray Sr. here as we get ready to start the third quarter. Team 49 will kick it off to Team Lone Star, who started the day winning the coin toss. They deferred their option to the second half, and we'll see if their offense can get going. They have not crossed their own 40-yard line yet. None of the quarterbacks have really been able to get the offense going, and I wonder what the conversation was like at halftime between Sean Salisbury and his team.
I think the conversation needed to be just sustaining drives, having the guys relax and just play the football that they know how to play, and not get too overly excited, and just to calm down, calm their nerves, and just play the football that they know that they can play.
Brandon Smith, a wide receiver from Dulles High School in Texas, is one of the 3 deep men to return for Team Lone Star, all waiting at about the 5-yard line for the kick from Angelo Gigliamello. Gigliamello is a product of Cole's Kicking. Anthony Giuliano is here coaching the special teams for both sides from Cole's Kicking. It's a great partnership between that organization and Blue-Gray football.
Anthony's a great guy, man. He's done wonderful things with the kickers that come here, and Cole's is a great company. I actually have 2 of my kids from my program that works with Cole Coles with punting and their long snapping duties here at my high school. So they do an awesome job with those young men that aspire to be specialists in the game of football.
Let's go downstairs to Mercedes.
Exactly how anyone thought it would turn out. I think it's definitely going to come down to coaching with this game, all the talent out there. I actually talked to Shea Whiting, the wide receiver going to Boise State, on Team Lone Star just before the halftime, and he said, you know, we get 2 days to work together. It's really hard to get things clicking and moving, and so that's really where everyone's focus is heading into this half.
All right, thanks, Mercedes. And Team Lone Star will start with the ball in the gray jerseys.
I've done it before.
Starting at the 25-yard line, and TJ Goodwin is going to be their quarterback. He goes back to throw on first down, quick throw, and the ball is caught. Shea Whiting slipping out of a few tackles, and will gain about 3. That was probably the most exciting 3-yard gain we've seen so far today. Nathan Ayub made the tackle.
This is a great job by the quarterback, just getting the ball out of his hands to start off the drive and get something positive going by the offense. Now they just have to capitalize on the plays that they're able to make and keep the drive going.
So 2nd down and 7, just underway in the 3rd quarter, 10-0, Team 49 with the lead. And Goodwin on a play fake will go back to throw. Rolls to his right, looking downfield, and the ball is caught for a first down across the 40. There it is, Jacob Wallace with the catch. And Team Lone Star, for the first time today, crosses their own 40 before Trevor Johnson made the tackle for Team 49.
Just a great job by the quarterback getting out of the pocket and finding somebody downfield. You sort of kind of cringe when he throws it all back across the middle there, but great job by the wide receiver sitting in the hole there and finding an open spot for him to secure the pass.
Tremont Jackson was there for Team 49 to make the hit. First down, Team Lone Star at their 43. And Goodwin in the gun. Will get the snap, and he'll hand it off on first down. And a nice hit at the point of attack provided by the running back on that play. And he's going to get positive yardage up close to the 50. Good run.
Garrison Johnson just lowers his head and gets positive yards there on first down, gaining 6 yards on that carry, if not 7. And as you can see, Coach Salisbury took those guys in that locker room and settled them down and just got them playing some good football now. Hopefully they can keep it going and get some points on the board.
Garrison Johnson will be a name to watch as we get closer to signing day. He is not committed yet, but he has offers from UNT, Syracuse, Indiana, and SMU, among others. And again, he gets the carry behind the left guard, Marcus Alexander, into Team 49 territory to the 49, sets up 3rd down and 2 before Nathan Ayub made another tackle for Team 49.
So as you can see, Team Lone Star sort of kind of trying to take the identity that Team 49 had in the first half and pounding that ball, using those big bodies that they got up front that Texas is typically known for, and sustaining this drive and keeping the drive going. They crossed the 50-yard line here for the first time today.
Marcus Alexander is at left guard, and Layden Robinson is the left tackle. Both of those guys have already signed to play high-level Division I football next year. Alexander's going to Oklahoma. Robinson will play for Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M as timeout is called by Team Lone Star before a very important 3rd down and 2. We'll be back to Houston here in a minute.
That's an illegal formation.
No question. We're going to stack 3.
Oh, you can't do that, man. So to kind of let Sean do what he wants.
Objection from this near sideline. Still early in this third quarter. This is the first possession for Team Lone Star and a big 3rd down and 2. They're going to bunch 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. And they're going to hand off Garrison Johnson, 1st down and more, as he sweeps the right end, gets outside the tackle and inside the 40-yard line of Team 49. Garrison Johnson with a big burst and a 1st down.
Team Lone Star now settling in, getting drives going, playing the football that they're known for, pounding the ball, moving those D linemen back a little bit now that their O-line is sort of kind of starting to take this game over. Team 49 just needs to get a stop here and settle in and get this thing going.
Goodwin will be in the shotgun, 1st and 10. And a handoff again to Johnson, right up the middle, huge hole. He's at the 30, still pulling to the 20-yard line. And finally brought down at the 19, but that's a 21-yard carry for Garrison Johnson, the senior running back out of Manville High School. 1st down, Team Lone Star, and it was Nate Hancock in the secondary who had to make the tackle.
I can imagine Coach Salisbury going in the locker room just telling the guys, hey, offensive line, we're going to get behind you. You're going to make the difference in this game, and these guys are taking the challenge and starting to apply the pressure.
You know, nowadays Texas is known for running the spread offense, as is a lot of places, but there was a day in time when it was the running backs that ruled the day in Texas, and we're seeing that right now. Garrison Johnson with another carry will take the ball to around the 15-yard line. Anthony Basolka made the tackle for Team 49, but right now the intent is clear. They want to pound the rock with Garrison Johnson.
And you see a guy 5'11", 220 pounds coming at you. A lot of high school guys aren't going to get in front of that guy. You see that all the time with high school football. Bigger guys, little smaller guys tend to shy away from hitting those guys, and he's really got the girth and the size to put fear in some folks.
Goodwin is going to throw on 2nd down, and nobody open, so he'll just take off himself. He is inside the 10 and spun down at the 7. That'll be good enough for a 1st down for Team Lone Star. They have 1st and goal. Nathan Ayub made another tackle for Team 49, but right now the folks from Texas trying to get on the board.
Just an opportunity for Team Lone Star to get themselves back in this game. I would imagine Coach Salisbury will go ahead and put this ball in his big fella's hands, Johnson, and see what he can do with it down here close to the goal line.
You're going to have single coverage to the top of your screen. And Goodwin will hand to Johnson right at the middle. Had a good hole, but it closes quickly. And he'll be spun down at about the 2, a gain of 5 there. And getting him down was Axel Bell from South Dearborn High School in Indiana, 6 foot, 210-pound linebacker. Here comes 2nd and goal for Team Lone Star.
Big fella breathing a little heavy there. I'll give it to him one more time here on 2nd down and goal and see what he could do with it, because those big nasties up front are doing the job of pushing those guys around from Team 49.
Early 3rd quarter. 10-0 Team 49, but that's going to change right here. Touchdown, Garrison Johnson. He goes basically untouched in from 2 yards out, and that was all Garrison Johnson on that drive for Team Lone Star. He carried him right down the field into the end zone.
As I said, Coach Salisbury went in and challenged these guys, and they came out in this 2nd half and put a drive together that started deep in their own territory, and now they got 6 points on the board with 7 coming.
So now the extra point try from Caleb Richwine, who coincidentally is the only guy on the roster not from Texas. He's from Carlisle High School in Pennsylvania.
That's not fair.
I know.
Texas don't have no tick
They
kickers?
singled him out, I guess. He's the lone ranger on this team from outside the state. And his kick is up and good. So 10:57 left, 3rd quarter. Team Lone Star's on the board. We've got a game here in Houston. That was quite the drive right there. They just moved it right down the field, said this is what we're going to do. Come and stop it. used to this, man.
What's that?
Doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Do this every weekend.
That's it.
A lot of fun. But you need to text my boy Sean and tell him you're hungry.
I did. He ain't hit me back yet, jerk.
Well, he's getting called out on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 22. That looks like 22.
Yeah, he's sitting on the bench.
What is that? Hit? Well, there's Garrison Johnson, who led his team right down the field. Team Lone Stars on the board. A 2-yard touchdown run by Johnson from Manville, Texas, and that has become a powerhouse shortly here in Texas, here in the Houston area. So Garrison's playing in his backyard today at NRG Stadium, and Quinn, he looked very impressive moving his team down the field on the ground.
Team Lone Star starting to put it together. They settled down and they're settled in, and hopefully that defense will now step up to the plate and get some stops here in this beginning of this second half and see what they can do against Team 49's offense.
And the kickoff from Team Lone Star is going to go out of bounds. That's going to give Team 49 the ball at the 30-yard line if they want it there. They might make them re-kick it, but we'll have to wait and see. Not a good turn of events there after the touchdown by Team Lone Star, as Team 49 will try to answer. And what's the message got to be here from George Martinez and that defensive coaching staff? Mark McMillan, Al McCauley down there for Team 49 as they try and I guess we should talk about the offense for Team 49 as they're coming back out. They're trying to answer that touchdown.
Settle in, do what we did the first half, and just capitalize on the opportunities that we have to put points on the board. We can't turn the ball over. We have to keep the clock running and make sure that we take momentum away from Team Lone Star, who has it right at the moment coming off a touchdown drive.
Well, Malik Richardson's going to start the half as the quarterback. He'll turn and hand off to Johnson on first down, and this play is snuffed out pretty well by Team Lone Star. Tackle made at the line of scrimmage for no gain. I believe that was Kamal Nader on the defensive line from Kincaid High School in Texas who made the stop. Isaiah Harvey has had a huge day. He's out of Midland Lee High School, and he's made a couple of really big hits for Team Lone Star. Really good-looking linebacker for them.
Harvey was the guy who dislodged that ball there on the sideline when they had an opportunity to make a play in the first half to get a first down on a long yardage there. But he's had a great game so far today. Let's see if he can continue to do so.
Christian Webster is in at running back. He's to the left of Richardson in the backfield. Second down and 10, and Richardson back to throw. Has time. Here comes pressure, and now he'll roll to his right. Throws out complete. Up to about the 40-yard line, staying in bounds and fighting for a few extra yards is Dustin Sweet. The tackle was made by Omar Battles, but I don't think any of that is going to matter because there's a penalty
on the
flag.
offense, number 51. 10 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
It's holding against the offense, so that play will come back for Team 49.
Things you can't do is you can't shoot yourself in the foot when you make plays offensively. Had a great tug of the jersey there by 51 before that ball got out of the quarterback's hand. So he'll get himself together. Hopefully he'll come back and not do that again.
It was Zachary Natt from Stafford High School in Texas who provided that pressure off the edge and forced the hold on the right tackle. Riley Dixon is in there on the defensive line right now for Team Lone Star as well. Second down and 20 from their own 20-yard line, and Richardson will go back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Now steps up and throws incomplete. Looking again for Dustin Sweet, and we have another penalty flag down in the backfield.
Holding on the offense, number 50. Penalty is declined. Third down.
Interesting, a decline of the penalty by Team Lone Star, so instead of second down and 30, they'll just settle for third down and 20. And so an opportunity here for Team 49 if they could find a big play in their arsenal to maybe pick this up. We'll have to wait and see. But an interesting call there from Sean Salisbury and his coaching staff.
I think the percentages are with you when it's 3rd and 20 or in 2nd and 30. 2nd and 30 gives you an extra down to pick up some yardage. Second down, you use that to get some yardage. Third down, you try to get the remaining yardage. But putting him in third down and 20 only gives him 1 down to try to get 20 yards, and I like those numbers.
And Malik Richardson's going to have to call for timeout. The play clock was winding down, and they took too long to get the play in.
First time out of the half.
Step aside with Team 49 leading 10-7.
30-second timeout.
9:30 left here in the third quarter.
Correct. He gets out.
Kyler Murray enters the draft.
NFL. He was picked number 8 in the Major League Baseball draft.
Have you seen any mock drafts? I've heard that he might go first round.
Who?
Kyler Murray. I wouldn't be surprised, man. With these short quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, Baker, they all start to play well.
Yeah,
Here comes Team 49's offense back out, 3rd and 20. Let's see what they have dialed up here. They need to get up to the 40 to keep this drive going. Team Lone Star in a prevent defense as Richardson goes back to throw, slings it out right, and the ball's caught by Sweet, well short of a first down, and tackled up at the 35, maybe the 36-yard line by Miles Mass, who we mentioned earlier from Cypress Springs High School in Texas. And he's going to try to be a preferred walk-on at Texas. Go play for Tom Herman. That was a good job there by Lone Star to basically put their defense right at the sticks and then come up and tackle them.
That was the thought process by Coach Salisbury there. You got 3rd and 20, and there's not many plays in the playbook that you dial up for 3rd and 20. So great job by the Lone Star defense to stop them. Allowed them to get a few yards, but stop them before they were able to get a first down.
So here's the punt by Hutchinson, and Whiting back deep will call for a fair catch and make one at the 28-yard line. So Team Lone Star, after getting a touchdown to start this third quarter, forces a 3-and-out, and now they'll have the football back, looking to take the lead about halfway through this third quarter.
It was a great job by their defense getting a stop there and building that momentum that they've sort of kind of taken from Team 49 that they had from the first half. So Team 49 has to step up here and make some plays on defense to get Team Lone Star off the field, get that ball back to their offense.
The clock is winding here. I'm not sure anybody is aware of that, but about 30 seconds just came off the clock in between this possession change.
I bet Gus don't do that.
I don't think so. Here's going to be a handoff on first down. D. Johnson out of Red Oak, Texas will get the carry. I beg your pardon, it's Jonathan Lindsay instead. Jonathan Lindsay from Harker Heights High School got the carry. Tackle made by Mario Goings after a loss of about half of a yard.
Defense making plays in the backfield, sort of kind of how they started the first half. And if they can get that mojo back that they had in the first half, Lone Star's going to have a long half again. But Lone Star seems to have their self going as well.
Cade Bartlett is in at quarterback. High throw deflected and nearly intercepted. As he was trying to go on a bubble screen to the right, Gianni Rizzo was in coverage, and they had some quick pressure on Bartlett, made him get rid of it quickly. 3rd down and 11 coming up.
We sort of saw that from him yesterday in practice. A couple of errant throws in practice on the same type of routes that were called just then. And he just has to settle in. May have been a nervous week for him, but he just needs to settle down and play the football he knows how to play.
We'll go 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Back to throw Bartlett. Throws out left in double coverage. Ball tipped up in the air again and incomplete. This time he was looking for Brandon Smith out of Dulles High School. And Marcellus Campbell had really good coverage there on the play, along with Quintavious Sadler.
Quarterback tried to force that ball in between the pinhole. Had two cover guys out there, the linebacker and curl flat coverage and the corner over the top. So it would have been very, very hard for him to fit that ball in there, but he still tried anyway. Great defense by those two young men playing that pass play.
Looking at the replay, you just wonder what sort of role the sun is playing now as it's coming in through the windows here at NRG Stadium. Looked like it might have been in the receiver's eyes as he was trying to make that catch. Here's the punt. After the 3 and out, and the return by Hancock right up the middle. And if he was able to break through that, he would have had a huge return. Tackle made around the 48-yard line, and there is a penalty down.
Penalty is becoming a major factor here in this game as time winds down. The guys get a little bit winded. Some of these guys haven't played football since late November. Some of them had played football since early November because some of them didn't make playoffs.
On the return
some
team,
didn't make state championships and things like that. So fatigue is becoming a factor.
First down.
So penalty goes against Team 49, and we're going to send it downstairs to Mercedes.
Hey guys, I've got Shea Whiting down here. He's headed to Boise State in the fall, but wide receiver, Team Lone Star, finally on the board. Better start to this half.
We just gotta, I'm looking for at least 2 more. We gotta pick it up. We need to limit the mistakes. We had about 30 yards on penalty, so if we took that out, we'll be up.
Now tell me, did it get real in the locker room? What was the difference?
It got a little real. We just, rather than getting on us, they just said what we had to fix, and we cleaned it up, so we're gonna be a little more consistent.
And what do you think your takeaways from this experience are gonna be these past couple of days?
I mean, it's just to work on my craft. The more you practice, the more you improve, so I just gotta stay focused and do what I need to do.
And he said he's headed there in June, so you got a lot of work coming your way.
A lot of work, and then I'm running track, so after track season, I'll be off to Boise State.
Running straight to Boise State, you guys. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Mercedes. Shea Whiting has been an integral part of Team Lone Star so far, not just in the passing game, but also in the return game as well. And Malik Richardson back in at quarterback for Team 49, 2nd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. And Richardson will throw, slings it out near side, incomplete, as he was looking for Tyrese Williams out of Varina, Virginia. 3rd down and about 4 coming up, as the coverage was provided by Tyreek Houston out of Navasota High School.
He has to step into that pass there. He was a little short-handed when it comes down to trying to get that throw out there to the hitch route on the opposite side of the field. He's throwing a opposite hash throw down here outside the numbers. He really has to get his hips and his feet in the right position to make that throw.
The roof is closed here today at NRG Stadium, but you just saw the windows here at the stadium casting sunlight down onto the field. And a new quarterback comes in for 3rd down. This is Jesse Fortnell. He pumps and now goes deep, and the ball is incomplete. Broken up beautifully on the back end by Keyshawn Johnson as he stepped in front of the receiver and made a great play.
That will get you in big-time football. That kid came from the middle of the field after the quarterback did a great job of using his eyes on the double move by the receiver on the outside over here, and for him to get over outside the numbers close to the sideline to knock that ball down, that's tremendous.
Really well done right there by Johnson out of Falls City High School right here in Texas. Broke up the pass intended for Tyrese Williams, and now it's time to punt. And after the touchdown by Team Lone Star to start this 3rd quarter, the team's exchanging 3 and outs as Hutchinson will send one deep. And Whiting ranges over, gets ready for the return, makes the first guy miss. He's up to the 20, turns right 30, runs into his own guy, still on his feet across the 40 and up to the 45-yard line. Good return on the play. It was actually not Whiting, I beg your pardon. It was Cambrell Winters from A-Leaf Taylor High School. And if he doesn't run into his own guy right there at the 30, he might bust that.
Those are those hidden yards in the game of football that nobody really understands and know about. Special team yardage are vital in the game of football, and those yards, that 30-yard return right there, put his team in position to score points on this drive.
Huge play by Winters. And the tackle was made by Quintavious Sadler from Hickory High School in North Carolina. but not before Winters got to the 44. Now Team Lone Star on offense with Zach Daniel. He'll hand it off on first down, and not much room coming up the middle for Garrison Johnson. Gain of 1.
Just a great job by that defensive end, coming off the edge there and spilling his guts and going down and making that tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we mentioned earlier Garrison Johnson. His recruiting will be interesting to follow over the next couple of weeks as we approach signing day. He's got offers from a variety of schools: UNT, Syracuse, who had a great year in the ACC, Indiana, and SMU, among others. And he would be a valuable addition to the backfield of any of those schools, if not more. Here comes Daniel on a quarterback keeper with some room into Team 49 territory before he walks out of bounds in front of Marcellus Campbell at the Team 49 46-yard line, a first down.
Just a great job. Not sure what the objective was on that play, but it seems like things broke down in the secondary or in the pass route. He was able to get some positive yards and a first down with his legs.
Zach Daniel is one of 3 quarterbacks for Team Lone Star that has committed to play college football. Daniel will be going to the University of Hawaii. TJ Goodwin is going to UTEP, and Cade Bartlett to McNeese State. Daniel looking to throw out to the left side, completed pass. Whiting with a catch inside the 45. And going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 43 by Xavier Hopkins out of Alabama. So 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain, and that's that quick passing game that you referenced earlier, Quinn.
That's just the offensive coordinator on the Lone Star side trying to get his quarterback in the rhythm, get the ball out of his hands while they still gain positive yardage and continue to get this drive and continue to let this drive go on and continue to move forward towards getting points on the board.
Daniel in the shotgun, 2nd and 6, fakes the handoff to Johnson, will keep it himself, and he's going to be hit and dropped just across the line of scrimmage. In to make the tackle, Kayleaf Dennison from Kansas City, Missouri. 3rd down, and a big 3rd down at that. 3rd and about 6 coming up for Team Lone Star.
Just a great job by that defense right there, buckling down and making a stop when it was most important and bringing in 3rd and long for the Lone Star offense.
So let's see what offensive coordinator Nathan Larner, Sean Salisbury, the head coach for Team Lone Star, what they dial up here. They need to get to Team 49's 36-yard line to keep the drive going. Play fake, Daniel back to throw, rolls right, throws on the run, man open, and it's caught for a first down. Sliding at the 29-yard line, inbounds with the catch is Shea Whiting from A-Leaf Taylor High School, going to Boise State, and gets the first down catch.
Just a great route by Shea Whiting. It's what they call in the NFL a circus route, which is sort of indicative of a corner route by the outside receiver. Good job by the quarterback in the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to get outside of the pocket on the rollout, and good delivery by the quarterback there.
Whiting has good size for a receiver, 6'3", 180. He's going to be a great addition to Boise State's offensive weaponry. And here's a little trick play end around. And it comes to Jonathan Lindsay up the left side, trying to get outside the numbers. Going to be brought down inside the 20 by Marcellus Campbell, the corner. But a nice little play drawn up there by Sean Salisbury gets him close to a first down.
Just a misdirection here by Team Lone Star to get the defense going one way and to bring the ball back the other way. Good job by them gaining positive yards on first down, which will bring up a 2nd and short. Typically in this situation, you like some play action to try to see if you can get the defense sleeping, thinking you're going to run the ball on 2nd and short. So we'll see what we get here.
You know, shout out to the city of Houston also, because they have provided 2 or 3 of the coaches on the Team Lone Star side. Daniel will throw quick to the right side, complete, trying to get the first down. And they will to about the 18-yard line.
Listen, I'm not sure what number that is at corner, but he did a great job of getting off of that block because it was 2-on-1 out there, and he did a great job of not allowing that runner to get any more positive yards besides the one that he got. That wide receiver out there has to do a better job of staying in front of him and making, because if he's don't make that tackle, it's touchdown.
Gabriel Sandoval made the catch, the tight end, and he was tackled immediately. Well done, as you said, Quinn, by Nicholas Rios from St. Joseph's Prep High School in Pennsylvania. It was good enough for a first down. Team Lone Star still trailing in this third quarter, but looking to take the lead for the first time. And it looks like they had to call for timeout with the play clock winding down.
A little confusion there by the offense. The guys trying to get lined up. That's sort of kind of what you have in these games when you only have 2 days to prepare. And then on top of that, you know, I think Team Lone Star is using wristbands in this game and have some things on there that some kids may not be able to understand. So you're going to have some confusion when it comes down to things like that. So hopefully they can get it together and continue this drive.
And in this day and age, Quinn, of high school football, how common is that wristband for offenses as they try to get play calls out to the field?
It's actually pretty common in a lot of places, especially when it comes down to the fast-paced offenses of high schools today, and teams that are trying to run 60, 70, 80 plays a game, because kids sometimes aren't able to remember a whole bunch of plays and things like that. You put it on the wristband and allow them to see it, read it, and then they'll know what their responsibility is. So it's a great adjustment that coaches have made to be able to get their kids to play fast.
Zach Daniel will be in the shotgun. They're going to run option left. Here's the pitch to Garrison Johnson. He's at the 15 and inside the 10. He is brought down finally at about the 8-yard line. A gain of 10 for Johnson. Another first down for Team Lone Star before Antonio Warren made the tackle.
Seems like Team Lone Star has found a couple of things that they can capitalize on. And this is the first drive of the half, and this drive here, they've done a good job of dialing some plays up that Team 49 haven't seen pretty much most of all the day.
The first touchdown drive came with TJ Goodwin at quarterback. This one is being led by Zach Daniel, but both drives have had Garrison Johnson as the running back, and he'll get the call again. This time he runs into a brick wall of blue shirts. And around the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The common thing that I'm seeing right now is a lot of the 49 defenders from that front four on their back. And that's just an attitude that was adjusted by Coach Salisbury and his offensive line coach from the former Houston Texan. What is his name? But anyway, he's one of my former teammates.
Charles Spencer.
Charles Spencer,
yeah,
there he is. One of my former teammates when I was here with the Texans for a brief stint. And he's done a good job of coaching those guys up this weekend.
Here's 2nd and goal. Daniel back to throw. Pressure from his backside. Now he feels that, moves away from it, throws, and that is caught by Johnson down around the goal line. He's going to be brought down at the 1. And here comes 3rd and goal as Xavier Hopkins made the stop along with Marcellus Campbell. And before we get to the 3rd and goal play, I want to go back to a thought that I had earlier about the coaching staff from Team Lone Star. We mentioned the Houston ties on that coaching staff. Chris Taylor is here coaching the running backs, played with the Saints and Texans. Charles Spencer, as you mentioned, coaching the O-line. Michael Coe, who was a defensive back here for the Texans, is coaching as well. So a lot of those guys giving back to the Houston and Texas community as they coach them up here this weekend in Houston. 3rd and goal. And it's going to be a keeper by Daniel. He won't get there. Going to be brought down from behind. Nicely done there by Team 49 to keep Daniel out of the end zone. It's 4th and goal, and now a decision is to be made by Sean Salisbury.
I thought it was a great play call. I think the quarterback, in my opinion, should have handed that ball off to Johnson because he walked in the end zone without the ball, and the quarterback kept it, and they were able to tackle him for a loss of 1.
Kayleaf Dennison and Xavier Hopkins plugged the hole for Team 49.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. And when we come back, a big 4th and 2 for Team Lone Star, trailing 10-7. But I don't know. Yeah. True. You don't deserve to win? Yeah. I get it. That makes total sense to me. because about a minute came off the clock without them knowing. About a half a minute came off the clock without them knowing.
Well, actually, the first half went by pretty fast, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because last 2 weeks ago when we were in Tampa.
It lasted all night.
Jesus.
Hold on, hold on.
What'd you say? No, it was just long. A lot of passing and all that good stuff.
We're back in Houston. Here's 4th and 2. The offense for Team Lone Star out there trying to take the lead. Handoff Johnson, hit, and now on second effort will score. Garrison Johnson, not to be denied, scores the touchdown for Team Lone Star, and they have the lead.
When you have a back, 5'11", 220, and you got 2 yards to go with the O-line of the Lone Star State's team, there's no other call to make. And they show you why they think their football is best in Texas.
And give some credit to Colin Nichols of Team 49, linebacker from Troy Buchanan High School in Missouri. He filled that hole there against Garrison Johnson, and Johnson just went right through him for the touchdown.
220 pounds versus 200 and what is it? 205, 210. I think 220 is going to win most of the time.
Touchdown for Lone Star gives them the lead. Just underway, 4th quarter. Back in a moment. Lose 2 in a row. Here comes the kickoff by Caleb Richwine after the Garrison Johnson touchdown run that gave Team Lone Star the lead. And a little misdirection on the return, but they're going to blow this dead.
At the 1-inch yard line, if I'm not mistaken. He took a knee there. And that's going to put Team Lone Star
hit the ground
in bad.
The ball in the field of
I'm
play.
sorry, that'll be put Team 49 in terrible field position because of the mistake that was just made by him kneeling to catch that ball.
Wow, Zaire Seabrooks on the return, and you're right, just a mental mistake as he went to a knee to make that catch, and unfortunately was not in the end zone. And so by rule, that means that the ball will be down at the 1-yard line, and that's where Team 49 will have to start what is a really important possession for their offense. They've gotten basically nothing going here in the second half, and now, Quinn, they find themselves behind here early in the 4th quarter.
Well, they got to just be able to dig in here and get themselves out of the shadows of the goalpost and get some positive yards, especially here on first down. Don't allow Team Lone Star to make a play in your backfield because that'll give them 2 points if they're able to do that. Too many men on the field by Team 49 right here, so we may have an illegal substitution.
Yeah, you're right about that. The tight end,
Illegal substitution.
Kyle Hester, trying
Number
to come off.
87
And
12 men.
well, not quite inconspicuous.
First
He's 6'4", 225. I think we were going to see him. And if the ball could be moved back any further, it just was. First down, and let's call it 10.5.
Well, they not like they can go too much more farther back, so it's not going to hurt them much.
Jesse Forknell's the quarterback. Just get it out of his hands quickly, and they do. And the ball is caught by Tyrese Williams, the receiver from Varina, Virginia. We've called his name several times today, and he's going to give Team 49 some breathing room as he goes out of bounds up at about the 8. Omaric Battles was the one to escort him out.
That's exactly what you have to do on first down in this situation. Get some positive yardage, either running the ball or getting the ball quickly out of the quarterback's hand so your offensive line doesn't have to protect for a long period of time. So hopefully they can capitalize on that.
So Forknell will be again in the shotgun. Aaron Smith is the running back to his right, and Forknell will throw. Second down and short, ball's caught, and a first down across the 15-yard line. Now a game tackle will be made on the receiver. Dustin Sweet from Mill Valley High School in Kansas. Another catch and a first down for Team 49, and that's a good start. Marcus Barnes made the tackle along with Javier Lopez.
Exactly what I was talking about. When you're on the 1-inch line backed up like that, you really have to concentrate and focus in on the job at hand and making positive plays. And they've gained 17 yards here on 2 plays, which is putting them in the right direction.
They'll go with 2 running backs now in the backfield, one to either shoulder of Forknell in the gun. And they're going to hand it off on first down, and Team Lone Star is up to the task there. They get several to the point of attack and not much of a gain there on first.
I think
Coach Riley
Beasley
Dixon again that made the stop.
Yeah, Coach Beasley, I think their most positive play really has been that zone option play that they've been running with some success in the first half. So expect to see that play pulled out here at some point in this drive.
Second down and 10. About a minute and a half gone by here in the fourth quarter. Lone Star has a 14-10 lead, and Forknell is going to go deep in single coverage, and the ball's thrown out of bounds.
I thought he had a better opportunity to get that ball to the running back there in the flats because the defense actually left him by itself. But quarterback chose to throw the ball up in coverage with a guy playing deep thirds. Not a great decision by him.
And the pass was intended for Dustin Sweet. Good coverage by Marcus Barnes from Langham Creek High School in Texas, 5'10", 195.
You sometimes tend to find these quarterbacks want to sort of make a play, and they sort of press a little bit. But all they have to do is play within the system that they've been running for the last 3 days and do what's asked of them.
Here's 3rd and 10. Forknell with a deep throw from the opposite hash to the far sideline, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10. So Team 49 able to do a little bit of damage control as far as field position goes. But they stall out and have to punt. And Team Lone Star, it appears, will get the ball back with a 14-10 lead.
Exactly sort of what I was alluding to last play when the back was open in the flats. You get the ball to the back in the flats there, you never know. He makes one guy miss, he may be able to get that first down. And then if you're not, you're still 3rd and short instead of 3rd and long. So now you're 3rd and long, you get an incomplete pass, and the ball's being given back to the Lone Star team.
Here's the punt by Hutchinson. Cambrell Winters is back to return. And this is going to bounce by everybody. There's a penalty flag that comes in. I think Winters might have been interfered with as he tried to make a running catch on that punt. We'll have to wait and see, but I think this one's going against Team 49.
I'm not sure if I like that call because the ball hit the ground and then the returner sort of kind of tried to dive for it. So if this is kick-catch interference, I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to agree with that call right there because the ball hit the ground and returner tried to come up in the field.
Kick-catch interference on number 40, kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, maybe a questionable call there, but you have to give credit, I think, to Cambrell Winters. It was maybe not the smartest play to go after that punt, but it wound up helping his team out there.
That's definitely not kick-catch interference, in my opinion. The returner actually was trying to get out of the way of the ball at that point, and referee threw a flag on the guy that he ran into as he was trying to get out of the way of the ball because he knew he couldn't field the ball.
And so a break here for Team Lone Star. They're going to start with good field position.
Is that a 20-yard penalty, or was that just 15?
Yeah, 15 from the spot. It happened at around midfield. Here's the throw by Goodwin on a quick slant. Ball's caught. Whiting trying to spin away and is going to have a first down inside the 20. Shea Whiting has put on a show at NRG Stadium here today. Tremont Jackson, Joseph Conwell held on to him. If not, he's going to score a touchdown.
That's that throw we saw them making in practice yesterday on that bang post after the play action there. Great job by the quarterback getting his hips around and his feet set to make that throw in the seam there.
Yeah, you mentioned yesterday what a difficult throw that is for the quarterback.
It is. You have to be very skilled and have a pretty good arm to make that throw, and he has both of those.
So first down for Team Lone Star. They're at the 18-yard line, and Goodwin with pressure in his face, and is going to be...
That's going to be a backward pass. That's a live ball.
Yeah, that is backwards.
Pick it up.
And that's going to be picked up by Team 49. They're going to return it down the far sideline.
That's the big play that Team 49 needed. This is the second time that quarterback there, number 10, T.J. Goodwin, has made a play like that. He had the intentional grounding on the first one, and this time he able to get that ball going
recovered
forward.
by the defense.
Jacob Pasecki was the one who got there to cover it and pick it up for Team 49. Great pressure in the face of T.J. Goodwin. That was Anthony Basalka, Bandy's High School in North Carolina. And you're right, Quinn, just an unfortunate play for T.J. Goodwin, the quarterback, sort of the second time today that he's had pressure in his face and just made an ill-advised choice.
What you have to do in those situations, man, don't make a bad play worse, and that's exactly what happened in this case. He made a bad play worse and gave the ball back to Team 49 to see if they can go down and put points on the board.
And now Carson Berryhill trying to take advantage of this turnover. On a first down throw, he overshoots the intended receiver, incomplete, looking for Patrick Lodholtz, the running back out of the backfield. So if you're Team 49, you've got to take advantage of this turnover, as we're going to send it downstairs to Mercedes.
Hey guys, I've got Garrison Johnson down here, and you know his name because he's been making moves out there, carrying Team Lone Star offense. How's it been?
It's been good. I mean, it's been a long game, 16-minute quarters, and we came out slow, but it's going way better now, second half.
We talked about it earlier. Hasn't played football since November. Just out there trying to get his lungs right because you have a busy spring coming up. Where are you going?
Well, right now, I don't know yet. Right now, I have a lot of decisions to make before February 6th. So I got a lot of visits coming soon, so we'll know February 6th.
So what are you taking away from the game today in this blue-gray experience?
Always have fun with the game, no matter what. I mean, you start off the game slow, you always got to come back and have fun. First half, I had like 2 drives, and now coming back out, got 2 scoring touchdowns and a couple of yards, so it's been good.
See, he's being nice right now, but before we got on camera, he was all business. Like, no, we're Texas team. We got pride.
Texas, that's the best place where to get football players from, Texas. Nowhere else.
Well, we'll see where you end up. We'll be following you for sure. Good job out there. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Mercedes. Garrison has had a great second half. And Team 49 is on the move. You saw Carson Berryhill get a first down with his legs. He's going to hand off here on first down. Seabrook's up the middle for a couple.
That play before that is just exactly that play that I was talking to you about the last series before this one for Team 49. The zone option where the quarterback kept it instead of pitching it and got the first down yardage. But back to Mr. Johnson. I think the state of Florida have to have something to say about the best players come from the state of Texas. So per capita, I think the state of Florida may have a little bit something to say about that.
I'll let you guys duke it out later after the game. Here's a big play, and it's a loose ball. They're going to say incomplete. Berryhill was in all kinds of trouble. The question was he outside of the tackle box? The pass did get back to the line of scrimmage, I think. They're going to call it intentional grounding, and both quarterbacks on both sides
number 18
really struggling with the pressure.
Although he was outside the pocket, the ball did not reach.
Problem there is ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It actually fell about a yard or 2 short of the line of scrimmage. But if he was able to get it back to the line of scrimmage, it wouldn't have been intentional grounding, because with NCAA rules now, they try to protect the quarterback and allow him to get rid of it if he's about to get drawn on by defenders. So the problem with that play is he was out of the box. He just wasn't able to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're right. On replay, did fall a couple of yards short. So the loss of down, 3rd and 18. And this would be a huge missed opportunity for Team 49. Still early in this 4th quarter, but trying to take advantage of a Team Lone Star turnover. Berryhill will be in the shotgun. He's going to go back to throw, 3rd and 18. Deep out to the left. Ball's caught, but tackled immediately. Catch made by Dagan Stacy, his first catch of the game from Marshall County High School in Tennessee. Cambrell Winters wrapped him up immediately, and it'll be 4th down and about 5 here for Team 49.
Decisions by Coach Martinez, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and give his kicker a chance to make this a 1-point game with 11 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this game. And we'll see if the Team 49 can put these points on the board and make this game closer.
Angelo Gigliamello from St. Joseph Regional High School in New Jersey. He was making from as far away as 50 in pregame warm-ups. And this is going to be 46 from the left hash. Out of the hold of William Hutchinson. And the kick is up. It's got the distance, but it is no good. He pushed it to the left. And a missed opportunity for Team 49. 10:54 to play in the 4th. And it's still 14-10, Team Lone Star. Was that the team they were talking about earlier where he was like, yeah, coach, I got it from 50, and then he missed?
No, that was the other side.
He missed 3 out of 4.
Yeah, that was the other side.
Oh.
Guy on the Texas team.
Oh, man, I was dying.
That was funny. Yeah, coach, I got this. He missed 3 from 25. Man, this is an awesome crowd, man.
I know, man. What, we got upwards of 50 people over there? That's the worst crowd I've ever seen at one of these. It's not even close. But, I mean, come on. Monday afternoon.
Yeah, it is a Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, you get out of our conversation, sir.
Oh, my gosh.
No,
well, you know,
but
it
is Monday, and it started at 1:30, so.
And the next one of these is on a Tuesday at 10. I don't know. I don't get it. The only thing I can think of is it's cheaper to rent the stadium at this time because nobody else wants it.
Right. But this, man, listen, this is one of the most beautiful stadiums.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is a wonderful stadium, man. And Sean and Gus have done a wonderful job putting these kids in these NFL stadiums.
There's no question. Team Lone Star ball. Just under 11 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. And Team Lone Star has the lead, and they're going to hand off on 1st down. TJ Goodwin is in at quarterback. And they're going to hand off right up the middle for D. Johnson, who gets the carry out of Red Oak High School in Texas. Tackle made by Nathan Ayub. And Team Lone Star has controlled this second half primarily through the ground game. Garrison Johnson with 2 rushing touchdowns.
I think with the playing time rules, I'm not sure how much more of Garrison Johnson we're going to see, but that has been their workhorse primarily this half. And we got a big play about to happen here, either negatively or positively.
D. Johnson is going to be taken down way behind the line of scrimmage, and there's a penalty flag to add on to that. Axel Bell made the tackle on D. Johnson, but that play was going nowhere in a hurry for Team Lone Star.
On the offense.
If I'm them, I'm declining that. That'll put them at 3rd and probably 12 instead of 2nd and 14 maybe. 2nd and maybe.
Yeah, I think he was tackled around the 29, so it would have been like 2nd and 11, or 3rd and 11, I should say. But yeah, it's an interesting decision that you talked about earlier.
Number 56. The penalty is
they are going to decline it, so it's going to make it about third down and 10. And again, they're sort of playing the odds. And I like the call there from George Martinez and his coaching staff. Let's put it all in this basket right here for the defense. 3rd and 10 for Team Lone Star.
When you put it in perspective, you give a team 1 down to gain 10, or you give them 2 to gain maybe 14. So I like my chances with 1 and trying to make them gain 10.
We'll see if it pays off. Goodwin will throw, rolls to his right, looking downfield to the sideline, caught, first down. At the 46-yard line, ball caught on the dead run by Jacob Wallace just in front of the Team 49 bench. Nate Hancock escorted him out. But look at this escape of the pocket by Goodwin and then the throw on the run.
Football is not an exact science, so sometimes decisions you make do backfire, and that's one of those decisions that backfired on him. But initially, it was a good call. Defense was getting pressure. He was just able to escape out of the pocket, and one of his receivers did a great job of the scramble drill and coming back downhill and making a play for his quarterback.
So a huge pickup for Team Lone Star. First down up at their 46. Goodwin is going to fake the handoff to Johnson. Now give on the end around to Jonathan Lindsay. And not much there for Team Lone Star, not to mention there's a penalty flag down. And this has been the Achilles heel of Team Lone Star in the game so far today.
Just
Holding
bad
on the
football with
offense,
all
number
the penalties
77.
now.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Number
First
56
down.
from the Lone Star team, Layden Robinson. He's the Texas A&M commit, man. Whoever's in front of him this half has been on their back on multiple plays, and he is having a great time in terms of his enthusiasm and the fun that he's having out there, because he is giving somebody the business every time the ball snaps.
All right, so now get this. Imagine Garrison Johnson in your backfield running behind Layden Robinson. That was the story at Manville High School this year.
God. Oh, geez. That's amazing. One thing I have noticed around here, when I was in Houston, man, I've actually passed by Manville High School, and I thought, I was asking Jacoby Jones, who was one of my teammates, hey, man, what college is that? He was like, nah, buddy, that's a high school. I said, what? Yeah, the high schools out here are like meccas, man, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Well, there's a completed pass, far sideline. Shea Whiting makes another catch. He's well on his way if the Team Lone Star goes on to win, to perhaps winning offensive MVP along with Garrison Johnson. Look at him make the catch here, and then he just brings a defender with him. That was Joseph Conwell, just held on for dear life. Not before Whiting took him to the Team 49, 48-yard line.
Those plays that were being made the first half by Team 49, you can see has shifted to the other side of the field to Team Lone Star, and they're making the plays that have to be made now.
Handoff D. Johnson, nice patience, has a first down and more, spinning away from a couple of would-be tackles. And finally brought down at the 41-yard line, D. Johnson with a nice carry.
That Texas style of football is really starting to show up now. They're starting to push Team 49 around a little bit in the run game, and they're sustaining drives and moving the ball at will now. So hopefully Team 49 can dig in and make some things happen on this drive.
Marlon Hunt Jr. made the stop for Team 49. D. Johnson out of Red Oak High School. They had a 9-1 season this year. A bit of a resurgence there in the Metroplex. Here's a quick throw, right side catch by Wallace. Not much of a gain, gets to the 35-yard line with forward progress. So second down and about 4 is coming up after Michael Colangelo made the stop.
Just a nice job by the offensive coordinator of Team Lone Star, mixing it in, running pass, and just a nice job by those kids at the half, coming out here with a different mindset and executing the plays that are being called.
This drive is starting to take up a lot of time. It started at the 10:54 mark of the fourth quarter, so we're already looking at a 3-minute plus drive for Team Lone Star, and there's no end in sight. Goodwin play fake, looking to throw, going to go deep in single coverage. The receiver fell down, penalty flag. Shea Whiting, the intended receiver, coming over here near the near sideline. Tremont Jackson, Midwest City High School in Oklahoma. He is completely befuddled at this call, but it will be defensive pass interference.
I'm not sure there, but you know, the ref that was closest to the play didn't throw his flag, but maybe the center field ref there saw something different. But just a questionable call there. But hey, it was made. You got to make sure you come back to play another down the next play.
I noticed the same thing. The back judge was the one that threw that flag.
Where's the ball, guys?
And it's going to be Another big break for Team Lone Star here. We saw earlier they got the kick-catch interference penalty, which looked certainly questionable. Now this defensive pass interference is going to give them a 15 yards and a first down to the Team 49, 21-yard line.
I just hope these refs, no, I'm just joking. But it's been a great call game so far by the referees, and they've done a great job of keeping control of this game, and hopefully they don't decide it.
Good one, back to throw out of the shotgun. He's going to go end zone. Back corner throw, Whiting, he made the catch, but was he in bounds?
Oh,
touchdown is the call.
Wow.
Whiting with a great acrobatic catch, sticky tight coverage, and Whiting comes up with the ball and scores for Team Lone Star. And how about the throw from T.J. Goodwin?
I don't know if he got his foot down, but if he did, that is one of the best catches I've seen in this Blue-Gray All-American Series. But he's a great talent, and he's putting it on display today.
Well, taking a look at the replay, it's very, very close. I think we'd have to get it in slow motion to see whether or not he had possession before actually getting a foot down. But whether it was actually a catch inbounds or not, just a great job even to make the catch.
I think, the possession wasn't the issue. I think he wasn't able to get his knee down before it landed out of bounds, and that's the questionable part about it. So if you look at it here, you'll see it.
Lone Star with the lead. We'll come back in a moment. So now we're about to get all these people coming out going, well, the refs cheated us. I don't know, man. It was close. But yeah, I think you're right. I think his knee came down out of bounds. Do what? Yeah. Yeah. What was that, 720? How far was that throw? Any idea?
Okay. Or what was called a touchdown. I don't know about that being a touchdown there, buddy. Texas.
You're just salty because of what Garrison Johnson said about.
I am. And I'm going to let him know after this game, too.
I'm going to be far away from that.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
I'm going to be at the buffets where I'm going to be.
I heard that. What thing?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's Shea Whiting, who made a catch in the end zone. It was ruled a touchdown, and whether it was or not, you still have to give a lot of credit to him. It was a great athletic play to even make the catch. Here's a short kickoff, and with a pretty nice job of fielding that ball, backpedaling. I believe that was, well, let's take a look and see. But anyways, it will be Team 49 ball as we take another look at the touchdown.
If you see here, his knee lands out of bounds before he can get anything on the ground. So, hey, when it's real time, referee has to make a call. He has to go off of what he thinks and what he feels.
After the play, there are fouls on both teams.
He thought it was a touchdown, so that's what it is, especially when you don't have replay.
And number 41
but
is the kicking team.
How about the
offset?
onside kick attempt by Team Lone Star?
First down.
Yeah, just a little short pooch kick over the first level, trying to make something happen there. And wow, it was just Sean Salisbury pulling out every trick that he has. Fortunately for Team 49, able to make the recovery. There were penalties on both teams there, unsportsmanlike conducts that'll offset one another, and so it'll be Team 49 ball. And all of a sudden, they're looking at an 11-point deficit, 7:20 left in the game, starting at their own 35-yard line, and they're going to go with a halfback pass, not open down the field. That was actually Carson Berryhill, two quarterbacks in that formation. Carson Berryhill took the handoff from Malik Richardson, looked downfield to throw, nobody open, and so they'll have to settle for a gain of about half a yard.
We actually saw them working on this play yesterday, and what just happened just now is exactly what it looked like yesterday when they were working on it. Didn't have much success with it in practice yesterday, but you got to pull out all stops here to try to get some points on the board with 7 minutes on the clock.
Give credit to the Lone Star secondary staying at home, and then Burchard Glaspie from Mesquite Poteet High School able to escort Berryhill out of bounds. 2nd and 10. And Richardson back to throw. Quick slant man open, but it's incomplete. Looking for Cade Sams, who caught the touchdown earlier. And if he makes that catch, if the ball's thrown a little bit more between the numbers, Sams might still be running.
That receiver from Bishop Kenny, Sams, he's a Florida kid, so he's not making me look real good right now. But if he catches that, he may be able to split the safeties and score a touchdown. If not score a touchdown, get some very significant yards and put them in scoring position. But that ball went through his hands. He has to come down with that.
Well, another missed opportunity for Team 49. That's sort of been their story here in the second half. Remember the backwards pass thrown by T.J. Goodwin that set up Team 49 with good field position. They wound up not getting anything out of that possession after the missed field goal. And here's 3rd and 10, but first a penalty flag, a delay of game as the play clock expired.
Delay of game on the offense, number 12.
That'll turn 3rd and 10 into a much more difficult to convert. 3rd down and 15 coming up here for Team 49.
Can't shoot yourself in the foot here when you're trying to make a comeback. Got to be able to sit in there and hold your water until the ball snaps.
Now, some of that has to do with the fact that there is no really quick play calling system, although Team Lone Star has instituted something to that effect. But Team 49 has their quarterback coming to the sideline after each play for the play call, and the play clock is winding down here, down to 2 before they snap it. Richardson will dump it off into the flats. Making one guy miss is the running back and is going to get close to the 40-yard line. Short of a first down, making the catch out of the backfield was Traylon Gross.
I think with 7 minutes on the clock and the way that Team Lone Star has been controlling the ball on the ground, I think you have to go for it here on 4th and 5 to make sure, try to put some points on the board in this drive, because the offensive Team 49 hasn't been able to get anything going this half, and they've been 3 and out on a few occasions this half, and now they have to get this first down to make any noise.
Well, George Martinez must have the telecast on downstairs, because he heard you. They're going to go for it, and they're going to convert it. First down into Team Lone Star territory. Little drag pattern across the middle. Patrick Lodeholtz with a catch and a first down before Javier Lopez made the stop.
It's a great slant flat combination. Wide receiver has do a great job of making that curl flat defender go over the top of his slant route, so you can get that ball to that flat guy so he can run after he catches that ball. Great job by those 2 guys in just 2 days of practice.
Nice play design. Now Richardson will throw. Ball is caught by Kyle Hester, the tight end. 6'4", 225. He's from Highland High School in Arizona, and he gains 9. It'll be 2nd down and short.
The running back there almost made that a bad play, because at the snap, he didn't step up for his pass protection. He stayed right at his depth from where he lined up, and the quarterback had to short arm that pass and not hit his hand on his helmet, because typically if a quarterback hits his hand on your helmet, he's just going to break it or he's going to be in some very, very bad pain.
2nd down and 1, 6 minutes left in the game. 21-10, Team Lone Star leading.
Let's see if they take a shot here.
I was just about to say they need to try to get some points quickly. Here's Gross with the handoff. He's going to get the first down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 3. Javier Lopez made another tackle for Team Lone Star, along with Tyreek Houston out of Navasota.
At some point, I think Team 49 has to take a shot with 5 minutes and the clock rolling, 5 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, and it's moving. You have to take a shot at the end zone at some point to try to get some quick points here. Methodically and taking your time ain't gonna work in this situation.
Richardson will throw. Quick slant, nearly intercepted. Did not see the linebacker Burchard Glaspie, and Glaspie's upset with himself because he knew he should have had an interception of the quarterback right there, and Richardson just never saw him.
That might have been a pick 6 had he was able to handle that, man, because there was nobody back for Team 49 had he caught that ball.
Rashard Glaspie from Mesquite Poteet High School. He will play at Tulsa next year. And that's sort of developed into a little bit of a pipeline there from Poteet to Tulsa. They've got a few other players on their roster from that particular high school. Glaspie just missing the interception. Here's 2nd and 10. Miscommunication in the backfield, and Richardson is running for his life. Got to get out of the tackle box. He does. He throws it. He completes it.
That originally was not supposed to be a pass. It was that zone option that we were talking about a little bit earlier that became a busted play. Luckily for him, there were no linemen downfield when he let that ball go. So great play, great ad-lib, and then the ability to make a play downfield late.
That's just schoolyard ball right there between the receiver and the quarterback. That was Tyrese Williams, and I had the same thought. I cannot believe there's not a lineman downfield, but I guess they were all just trying to run back to the quarterback to try and give him some protection. Now the snap goes through Richardson, and he just falls on it back at midfield. That was 3rd down and 3, and that just moved him out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, man. On that, the ball never even got up off the ground. It seemed like the center there snapped the ball straight down to the ground. Looks like he may be a recipient or need maybe one of the dry towels that our boy Reggie Young invented through his company.
A dry towel, the official or maybe unofficial sponsor of blue-gray football. And well, that's a huge play right there. It knocks Team 49 way out of field goal range. It's 4th down and 26, so that's not a viable option. They have no other choice but to punt. And here it is as they try to pin Lone Star deep. It'll bounce at the 8, and it's going to be killed inside the 5-yard line. Look at that play made on special teams by Team 49. And before Team Lone Star's offense comes back, let's say hello to Mercedes down on the field.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm joined with TJ Goodwin, the quarterback you just watched throw that touchdown pass. Now, I told him I would say this. He said that's game. He called game. But there must have been something in the water in the locker room. What changed in the second half?
Our coach told us that he believed in us and he wasn't frustrated. He know that we were playing on our home turf and we were going to come out a little nervous. So he said that just settle in and get comfortable and play the game. We know how to play, so that's what we did.
From what I've seen, though, I think there's been a little bit of pride come out, too. Being the Texas team, I think you guys also had something to prove.
Yes, ma'am. He told us that they were coming in kind of like renting our stadium. They were coming in and running us off our old field, so we kind of took that personal and came out in the second half and had to turn it up a notch.
How heated has that trash talk been all week?
Oh, it's been interesting, but it's been fun. I mean, we're all teenagers. We all have fun with the game, but it's kind of fun to talk just from Texas, one state against all the other country. It's been fun to talk trash. So, I mean, it's got a little heated at times, but it's all fun in the end.
It is, definitely. And how's your blue-gray experience been so far?
It's been pretty great coming out here to play at Houston Texans Stadium. I mean, some people could never come out here and play as a high school kid, so coming out here and getting this experience is kind of once in a lifetime.
Your last push as a high school student, moving on, doing better things.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good luck, DJ. Thanks. Called game, so we'll see what happens.
All right,
21
Mercedes, thanks very much. TJ Goodwin playing in his backyard here in Houston, Cypress, one of the suburbs of Houston. And Goodwin played at Cypress Falls High School. And you know, this has been such a cool format thought up by Gus Bell and the blue-gray football team of having a team of players primarily from Texas take on players from the rest of the 49 states, and it added another dimension to the week, I think, between the coaches and the players.
I think so, but I'm going to have to talk to Gus and Mr. Sean Zaglinski about this format and see if I could get a team Florida put together and come play this team Texas and show them how we do it in the Sunshine State. Because these Texas boys talk big noise, as you know. Everything in Texas is bigger anyway. But at the end of the day, I think my boys down in Florida will definitely be able to come down here and make some noise and possibly shut some people up about this Texas football.
I guarantee you that would be a hot ticket if that could happen. There's a fake handoff and a keeper up the middle by Cade Bartlett, the quarterback, on 3rd and 5. He's going to be brought down short of a first down, and Team 49 will stop the clock. 2:29 left here in the 4th quarter, their second timeout. And on 4th and 3, it'll be time for Team Lone Star to punt.
Yeah. Let's go back to this Florida-Texas thing. I think that'll be definitely something people want to see. especially in the grand scheme of the game of football in high school. Seeing Texas and Florida go up against each other in some high school football with some of the best players that come from both states would be very, very competitive and very interesting, to say the least, in my opinion.
You know, talking about high school football, particularly here in Texas, an interesting stat to note is that 4 of the 8 quarterbacks that were playing in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs yesterday are Texas products, or over the weekend, I should say, including 2 from the same high school in the Austin area, Austin Westlake High School, which has a long history of very good high school football. Their current head coach is Todd Dodge, who was at South Lake Carroll for years in the Metroplex in Dallas-Fort Worth. But Nick Foles and Drew Brees both graduating from Austin Westlake, and then you have Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes, who are also Texas kids. And you say what you want, Quinn, but I think it's undeniable Texas has put a lot of talent in the league, and especially at the quarterback position.
No question at the quarterback position, but if you look traditionally over the spectrum of NFL football, the state of Florida has put out some numbers, just like the state of California. So, like I said, per capita, in terms of size, I would have to go with the state of Florida when it comes down to, you know, the numbers.
Well, I hope at some point we get to prove that argument out on the field. That would definitely be fun to see, as the return by Nate Hancock gets Team 49 a little bit closer. Omaric Battles and Javier Lopez made the tackle for Team Lone Star. And now if you're Team 49 down 21-10, you need points and in a hurry. 2:19 left and 1 timeout. And we're going to have to see them go down the field here. They're going to have Carson Berryhill in there at quarterback, the 6'2", 205 Tuttle High School product.
Yeah, they're going to have to take some shots here, despite, you know, Team Lone Star being in some coverage that's not conducive to them taking shots. But just like this, big plays.
Down the field, and that's up in the air, incomplete, looking for Dustin Sweet and double coverage.
That's what you have to do in these situations when you're down, man. You got to take some shots. I thought that's what they should have done last series, was take some shots when they had 5 minutes on the clock. 4th down, I definitely wouldn't have punted last series, because you don't have any more opportunities when it comes down to it. So, you know, just a difference of opinion in strategies.
There's another play made in the secondary by Keyshawn Johnson. We saw him make a great pass breakup earlier, 6'1", 190 from Falls City High School in Texas. And Berryhill's in some trouble. He's going to go down. Back at the 47-yard line, sack made by John Guerrero out of Santa Gertrudis Academy here in Texas. And he buries Berryhill back at the 47.
That's a 2-minute warning. Timeout.
That's the 2-minute warning here at NRG Stadium in Houston. 21-10 is the lead for Team Lone Star.
Seems like Texas is starting to pour it on here, man, with 2 minutes left. They smell blood in the water, so they're going after it.
And Garrison Johnson has led the way for Team Lone Star here in the second half.
Just an amazing talent that has the opportunity to go take his talent to the next level. Whoever gets this kid is going to get a downhill runner that runs behind his pads and is good with having the ball in his hand. He's a competitor. He is from the state of Texas, which means he's played some great football and played against some quality competition. So it's they know that he's willing to compete, come in and compete for a job next year, and hopefully we'll see him on the tube sometime during the season in the 2019 season.
Mercedes had him downstairs earlier, and you know, she tried to get out of him. Hey, where are you going next year? And sounds like he still has some visits to be made and a big decision coming up for Garrison Johnson. But no matter who gets that kid, they are going to be certainly glad that they did. Here comes big rush. Berryhill escapes and somehow ducks out of the way of that and now gets slung to the turf. Tackle is going to be made by Zachary Natt from Stafford High School in Texas. The right defensive end, I think that might have been Brashard Glaspie for Team Lone Star, came off the right edge and nearly killed Berryhill, but he somehow ducked out of the way of it. And he still wound up being sacked, and there's a penalty flag down.
Well, I'm just going to say it might have been a little bit of a blitz there that shouldn't have been ran, hence the reason he may have come free. But you could see the Team 49 sort of kind of not so happy about the call there, but hopefully they'll get it all sorted out there.
Sean Salisbury's out at the hash mark. George Martinez, you can almost hear him all the way up here, not happy with what just transpired. Rod Beasley's throwing his arms up in the air going, are you kidding me? You're blitzing here. We're not ready for that. That's something that's in an all-star game like this typically not allowed, just because of the short practice time and also because you're trying not to necessarily get anybody injured. And
yeah, see, if you look at the replay, 45 has been a linebacker all day. There's not a guy that they've been bringing, because they've been in a 3-down front and they've brought a 4th guy, but that guy's had a 90s number for the majority of the day. But to bring a guy off of the edge, number 45, that's what they considered a blitz. As you can see here, the referee's going over to talk over with Gus, who's the owner and the CEO of Blue Gray Football, about the rules and his interpretation of what just happened.
so it'll be interesting to see here what the repercussions are against Team Lone Star. The result of the play was a sack on Carson Berryhill. And it was a quick conversation between the head referee and Gus Bell, so we'll see what the conclusion is here. But no matter the outcome of this, Quinn, I think it's important that we go back and talk about Berryhill's ability to see that coming and somehow duck out of the way of it. And although he did end up
illegally blitzing by the defense, it's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, so they're going to be a 10-yard penalty against Team Lone Star, and they're going to replay the down, so it'll be 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down.
3rd down and about 4. 1:50 left in the 4th quarter.
As you were talking about the ability for him to, for what some people may think, to have eyes behind his head, it's sort of kind of a clock that quarterbacks just have. And there's a feeling when people are bearing down on you, when you've done it for a while, you trust me, you know when it's coming. And sometimes you do have that little peripheral vision to be able to see that guy coming free when it's all said and done. So just an errant throw here on the interception.
He's going to be picked off, intercepted by Team Lone Star, and here comes the return. And it's a good return.
This looks like he's going all the way.
He's to the 40. This is Cambrell Winters, and he's still in bounds. This is 100 yards. Pick 6, touchdown, Team Lone Star. Cambrell Winters took it out of the end zone. 102 yards, pick 6. And once he got past about the 30-yard line, he was not going to be caught.
Just an amazing play by that kid to make the play on the interception and to find a lane to get down through the middle of the field and take himself all the way to the sideline of his team and get it in the end zone.
Please put 1 minute and 9 seconds on the game clock. 1 minute 9.
The clock continued to wind after Winters went into the end zone, so they'll put 1:09 back on the clock. He got a great block right around the 5-yard line that sprung him, and he got past midfield. At that point, it was just trying to beat a couple of linemen and got to the corner, walked at the last 20 yards into the end zone.
I thought Seabrooks had a chance to get him there with his speed, but unfortunately his lineman sort of got in the way of him and hampered him from making the tackle there. But just an outstanding play by that young man to get that ball in the end zone.
The interception by Berryhill, returned 102 yards by Cambrell Winters. And they're going to try for the extra point. 1:09 left in the game, and Team Lone Star has just about wrapped it up here at NRG Stadium. 28 unanswered here in the second half.
I guarantee if that was a Florida kid, he'd got caught.
I'm still waiting. I would love to see what you're talking about, a Team Florida against Team Texas.
Man, I'm going to talk to Sean right after this, man, and hopefully he'll give me the opportunity to select the guys too. Oof.
Where would you play a game like that?
We'll come to Texas.
Okay.
We'll come to Texas. You know, one thing about us Florida cats, we don't mind going to other people's turf and making it ours. That's one thing about it, man.
I like the talk. I think if we had a game like that, we would see a lot of the same talk we saw this week between these two teams.
There's no question, man. Oh, what you got? Oh my God, Team Texas going for 2, and they got the game under control.
All
Sean
right,
Salisbury is piling it on here.
Cade Bartlett, and they're going to run a jump pass open in the end zone. DeAndre Glass scores. 2-point conversion. We knew they had that play in their arsenal, but they decided to bring it out right there. DeAndre Glass with a catch in the back of the end zone. That's the first action he's seen in the second half after making the decision at halftime to attend Oklahoma State University.
Actually, that is the other number 2 that's on the Lone Star team. That's and we don't have
Marcel Ramirez.
Marcel Ramirez. That's who that is. Remember, we were going to identify him by the knee brace.
Yeah.
But that's Ramirez who made the play there on the jump pass and was able to make an acrobatic catch because that ball was sort of kind of high, and he was able to make that catch there.
I lost my grandmother last year, February 23rd, 2017, and I've been talking to her before every game since she's passed away. You know, she's been sick since I was like 10 years old, and she wasn't able to make any of my games, but I know that she's in heaven watching over me now every step I take. Get the heck, you ugly.
Looks like he's headed to Oklahoma State. Go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
All right, a special moment for DeAndre Glass and his family. Special moment for DeAndre Glass and his family at halftime of the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl here in Houston as DeAndre makes his decision to play for Coach Mike Gundy and the Oklahoma State Cowboys next year in the Big 12. And, you know, I have two thoughts about it. First of all, what a great kid. You just see the love for the family in that interview with Mercedes and in his just sort of lead up to picking Oklahoma State. And then the second thing, Quinn, is the aspirations that he has. He made the declaration in that speech that, hey, he wants to come in day one. He wants to, first of all, provide a national championship to those Cowboys fans. And he said, he made it very clear, I want to win the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman. You have to love that confidence.
First of all, when it comes down to family, there's nothing like family, man. Your family's everything. When I played football, man, my mom, my dad, my sisters, they were there throughout everything. My grandparents were there throughout everything. So the family aspect of it is a big part of it because in my program, we preach faith, family, and football. And we have a family atmosphere there. And that's what it's all about when it comes down to it, because there's so many life lessons in the game of football. On the other aspect of him having goals and aspirations, that's what football players do. If you don't have goals or you don't have dreams, what are we doing? So he set some high goals and he's dreaming big to put himself in a situation to try and get to those goals and try to achieve those dreams. So winning the Heisman and as a freshman and going out and trying to win a national championship for Oklahoma State. Now they're gonna need some pieces to help him out with that, but at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with setting a standard and setting your goals and your dreams high.
Certainly he comes from a winning program here in the Houston area. The Katy Tigers have won 8 state championships, and that's a great program. Rodney Anderson was the running back starting there before DeAndre, and he's at Oklahoma now. Missed this season, and so he wasn't a part of the team that went to the playoff under Kyler Murray, but that's a storied tradition there at Katy. DeAndre Glass, the latest to come from that program, and we mentioned this earlier, there's nobody that has run for more yards than him at that particular high school. He's going to look to do big things in the Big 12 next year, and certainly a great opportunity for him to play here in his backyard at NRG Stadium today.
No question. What a way to just finish out your career and play in front of your family and make a decision for the rest of it that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. There's no better feeling to be able to do it in this stadium under these circumstances. And I think from here on out, you may see a couple of more, not maybe a couple, but a lot more kids making their decision here with Blue-Gray football during the game here, because I think it was an awesome situation to allow that kid to make his declaration here. And I'm sure Gus and Sean will have kids do that more and more in the future.
Yeah, there's no question, and there was a lot of lead up to that moment, certainly, and it definitely lived up to the hype. That last catch was made by Dustin Sweet. This may be the last play of the game as Malik Richardson rolls out and will run it himself. He's going to walk out of bounds around midfield, and there are still 3 seconds left here. Game is well in hand, 29-10. Team Lone Star with the lead, and we'll have one more snap of the football coming here for Team 49 and their offense. And you know, they played a great game here today, certainly had a 10-point lead at halftime, wasn't able to get anything going in the second half, but certainly nothing for Coach George Martinez and his team to hang their heads about here today.
No question, these kids are playing some outstanding football. Just may have lost their self a little bit here in the second half and hadn't been able to get a rhythm and anything going. So, but kudos to the Lone Star State team for doing what they needed to do this second half and coming out on top.
Richardson's pass is incomplete, and that will be the end of the ball game here at NRG Stadium. The final score, Team Lone Star 29 and Team 49 10. Quinn and I will come back. We'll have some final thoughts here from Houston in a moment. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, we're here.
So Sean Salisbury gets a win in his inaugural game as a head coach in the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl. His team scores 29 points in the second half, and they win it 29-10 here in Houston. So for Quinn Gray and the entire crew here in Houston, I'm Ryan Castle saying once again, so long. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.